It helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on as well.
So it's called GamerBrain, yeah?
GamerBrain, mate.
GamerBrain with PointyChin. Sticky note. Do you hold everything in a sticky note? You know, like go grab your supporter badge and stuff like that. You know when you type something for the live video, do you put it all in a sticky note? 'Cause that's what I do. Oh. Does my mic look good like that? Sweet. Just a quick one as well. What am I putting down as the game? Yeah, I do it that way, yeah. Hanging out. I've just tried tagging hanging out and it's not even on there. That's talking buddies, it does. Hey, it'll do. It'll do. Right, let me know when you want me to go live, dude. Yeah, I'll click the go live. It gives me 10 seconds to change anything or what. I've clicked my Streamlabs live. I just need to go live on my other one now. All right, buddy. I'm nervous. I don't know why am I nervous for? I've spoke to you loads of times. Yeah, I am. You're gonna say
I'll give it a few minutes for people to kind of get in.
Yeah.
Because I've got my and then I can set up my knock spot, get my list of questions. Well, I've already got the questions up.
Yeah.
What is the time? 10 to 8.
10 to 8, Mr. Wolf.
Right. If I set that, that's the wrong thing. I want that.
I know I'm doing loads of mad stuff on my computer I've never done before. I'm like, this is scaring me.
Right.
Yeah, I got people in already.
Yeah. I got some people here. But yeah, it should be good. I'm gonna open that. That's my list of questions. If I can I drag that?
At least my computer's not going to get battered now because I'm not playing any games. I'm sat at like 9% CPU at the minute.
have you still got that app, that thing that I showed you? Yeah, it's handy, mate. It's really handy to just have on one of the buttons to just see what's going on, you know?
Yeah, nice. I don't know why I got my wire in my hand.
Let me just have a look. Yeah, all looks good. Yeah, I've got people coming in.
They're like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We will try and go over as much stuff as we can before you have to get off.
Yeah. I will go on as long as it takes.
Okay, right. Okay, so tomorrow then, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
I think I can get my whole life in one night.
So, where are my? That's the wrong thing. Get off that. Tell him I love him. Will do, Milky. Will do, mate.
Oh, Milky,
the legend.
Love you. He is
the Grand Theft Auto Online legend. Anyway, how long have we been live for? Been live for a couple of minutes. That'll sort of do. So yeah, I've got people flooding in, mate. So if you're ready, we'll go for it and see what happens. What you got there? Man. Is that a can of Coke?
I got 0 sugar, mate. You know, sweet enough here.
0 sugar. Fuck that, mate. Literally, I went to. You know, when you rang me, I was literally tucking into my KFC. And you know KFC don't do Pepsi no more. You can only get Pepsi Max or Diet Pepsi because of the whole sugar tax thing. And I said to him, I was like, I'll have Pepsi Max then, that's fine. And they gave me Diet Pepsi and it just tastes like it just tastes like it's
not-
9
it's not the
parts
same, is
water,
it?
1 part Pepsi. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not about that life.
Mate, I just had a Pizza Hut, dude. No, not a Pizza Hut. I had a Domino's. Oh, I feel very overweight right
with the do you have the what was it, the garlic sauce or whatever it is? What is that sauce?
Oh yeah, the massive. They do massive pots now.
That's the only reason I go to Domino's, mate. I don't even care about pizza. Just give me one of those.
It.
Anyway, we're going way off, but yeah, they are good. They are good. But yeah, I've got loads of people on chat. Big love, guys. Thank you for all the likes and all the shares and everything. Brett, what we'll do is if I run out of questions, which I might well do, is we'll take some questions.
I'm gonna turn it up on you, and I'm gonna ask you questions.
Yeah, well, you can try. We can take some questions from the chat sort of at the end. That's usually what we do. We usually take questions from the chat sort of at the end.
Yeah, sure.
Because they might think of something that I haven't thought of. But we'll get started. Big love.
Yeah,
we
man.
are on GamerBrain episode 3 now. Episode 3. We try and do one every 2 weeks, so we're still quite new. But big love, guys. I can see everyone in the chat. But we're here with none other, the man himself, Mr. Bamg.
Yeah, I need a round of applause, buddy.
Yeah, have you got? Oh, I can't hear it. My
No,
ends. I got an air
haven't.
horn. Hang on, I got an air horn for the guys. My ends. So yeah, big love, mate. How has everything been? I know I've already spoke to you today, but everything been all right?
Yeah, no, it's not been too bad. Not been too bad. Just trying to equal everything out. You know what I mean? Is my mic good enough?
Mate, mic's fine.
There we go.
Mic's perfect. I've actually just thought of a question that I haven't got written down, but I'm gonna write it down.
I'm getting asked, are we brothers?
Are we brothers?
Yeah, are we brothers?
Might be.
Hey, we look, you know what, that's quite scary. I'm looking on my slobs right now, and we actually kind of look like brothers.
Do you reckon?
I see the resemblance, man. You might be my long-lost brother.
You never know, mate. You never know. You never know.
Oh, dude.
So yeah, we'll go over some stuff about what made you, what when you first got into gaming, the transition from gaming to streaming, and basically everything in between, mate. I've got a list of about 30 questions in front of me. So we'll see. Not all of them are like big questions, some of them are just like quick ones. But some of them, you can go into depth as much as you want. And if there's anything you don't want to talk about, just let me know and we'll just skip it. But there's nothing really super duper personal in there anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
So we'll start off with something really small, which is the first gaming memory you have. Do you remember the first ever game you played?
Yes, I can.
Go on.
So when I was a kid, my mum had a Nokia 3310.
Oh shit!
And I swear to God, my mum never ever got a look in on that phone, dude.
The 3310. What was it? Yeah. Snake, wasn't it? It was Snake and Snake. It had like Snake and Sudoku or something. I kind of remember.
Oh, yeah, it was...
I kind of remember. Those phones were like 400 quid when they first came out. Jesus.
Yeah, but how long did they last for, dude?
Oh, mate. I mean, if I find my old one, it's probably still got half battery now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. And it's probably been on all that time as well.
So that was it. Snake on the mobile. How long ago was that? That must have been like 90s, like early 90s or something. Mid-90s?
I ain't that old. I thought we were friends. Nah, seriously. I must have been 10.
10, okay.
9 or 10.
Wait, how old are you now?
29. Well, I'm 27 because I've had 2 COVID birthdays, but I'm still 27.
I was about to say, mate, I thought that was going to be a bit of a moment then. 29, well, I'm 27. I just kind of thought to myself, how the fuck? But, okay, so yeah, 29. So when's your birthday?
April the 11th.
So you've you've not long turned, so you turned 29 like a month ago?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What'd you get up to on your birthday? Anything?
No, I didn't. I think, we took the girls to the park.
Yeah.
Played on some swings, and then I had a stream that day. And then just chilled. Watched a few films, the usual. Done quite a bit of driving on my birthday, I'm not going to lie. I had to drive him to see my mum and stuff. So, but yeah, no, it was good.
All right, cool. So the Nokia 3310, and then did that, and then what about after that? Was that like, do you reckon that is the moment that kind of got you into gaming, or is there a specific moment, a specific game that you were kind of like, I enjoy this a lot?
You know what? I would actually say that was probably that one time when I thought, you know what? I am not gonna let that wall or my tail ruin my game, and I was so determined to completely clear that square.
Yeah.
And that determination kind of turned into my mother buying me an Xbox One.
Okay.
No, PlayStation 1.
I was going to say the Xbox One didn't come out for a while after that Nokia 3310, mate.
Nah, yeah, it was a PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
Before that, I had a
Nintendo
Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 007 GoldenEye.
Oh, listen, I know about GoldenEye. That's where the boys got turned to men, mate, in GoldenEye multiplayer.
Mate, I don't think I ever made it past level 2, but
mate, you know what? GoldenEye, I think, I'm trying to think now, it wasn't the moment that made me into... It's weird because, like, you know when people say, like, oh, yeah, I'm a gamer, and it's kind of like one of those weird terms people throw around, but, like, gaming, to me, is, like, basically, it's, like, it's the thing I've always been best at, and it's the thing I've always enjoyed the most. Like, I was never good at sports, I was always the fat kid, but gaming was always my thing that I would just do it just all the time. And now that I'm an adult, it's great because now I can do it sort of all the time because I make the rules now. But
sure.
For me, it was sort of more when I had I had the original Game Boy in black and white, like when I was like 4.
Mate,
and, I used
Pokemon
to play...
Yellow.
Yeah, Pokemon Yellow. That wasn't out then.
Love it.
But GoldenEye was a huge deal for me because I used to always play multiplayer against my brother and I could never beat him. So I used to play it all the time in practice to try and beat him.
Yeah. Oh, mate, what a game.
It's a wicked game. Wicked game.
Can you remember the first level, the dam?
Yeah, I know the dam, mate. Don't worry about that. I know.
And really dodgy controller.
Dropping... mate, I don't know what that controller was about. Whoever had 3 hands to hold that thing, I don't know. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You needed 3 hands just to play a decent game on it. You know what I mean?
Anyway, but yeah, okay, that's cool. This is quite a good one, and I don't even know the answer to this, but I can kind of guess. What made you come up with the name Bamg? Where does that actually come from?
Right, there's a bit of a story here. So I was sat in the living room, and about 8 months prior to that, I only found out from a good friend of mine, Sam Mervyn, who I used to play COD with on my Xbox, in the living room on a screen smaller than the monitor I've got now for gaming, right?
Right.
And we used to play Warzone. And I don't want to get sidetracked here because I've got a bad memory and I've nearly forgot what the question was. And I've actually forgotten the question.
Bamg, where did the name Bamg come from?
That's it. I'll just keep looking at this. So yeah, and we'd done a lot of gaming, and at that point he introduced me to one streamer. What was his name? Nitro Luke on
Nitro Luke DX. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So I watched him for a bit, and then I got this job, which is a 12-hour day job, right? And that was because I drive coaches for a living, so I was like transporting these people, and I found Neo Nuke.
Right, the
gaffer, and I used to watch him every single day. And you know how angry I used to get when he was like 2 minutes late.
Oh,
and
mate.
I know for a fact now, my stream are going to go absolutely mad at me for being half an hour and an hour late most of the time.
Oh God.
And at that point now, I wanted to get into streaming, right? So anyway, I brought my computer and done all that stuff, all the tough stuff. And then I sat there, and I used to drive a 4-litre V8 Toyota Celsior.
Right.
And I sat there and I was trying to think of a stream name. So I come up with a name called Celsior Gaming.
Okay.
And that was me for about 25 minutes. And I literally 25 minutes, and I really didn't like it, right? And anyway, I just sat there and I looked at my fiancée Sarah and I said, I really don't like it. I can't get a decent enough logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I thought of my name, And I thought, Bamg. So I don't mind telling you my name. My full name with my middle names is Brett Andrew Mark Gray. So Brett Andrew Mark Gray.
Okay.
And that's where the Bamg come from.
Right.
And I didn't. Everyone calls me Bang, like Bang and Bamg. So I should have put like a little line here somewhere, like Bamg. But I think people have got it now. I get called Bammers a lot and Benjamin from one of my mates.
But that's much better, to be honest. One of the things with streaming is if your name is kind of like too long and too complicated, people it's one of those like things you don't realize you're doing. Like you kind of just like your brain doesn't remember. Do you know what I mean? Like but Bamg, but it's like, mate, like you're like representing yourself. It's literally like an abbreviation of your name. So
yeah, sure, exactly.
It's like I remember being told, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were like, when it comes to streaming, the best brand to have is just yourself. So like, yeah it makes total sense. I didn't actually know that. So but yeah, it's much better. What was the other one? What did you say the other one was called? The other name?
Celsius Gaming. Because I used to own a Toyota.
I tell you what, if we were on Discord right now, I wouldn't be talking to no Celsius Gaming. I would have passed him straight by.
Who's this Celsius Gaming guy?
But all right, wicked. I'm just looking at all these questions I've got, mate. There's so many. Some of them are going to start getting deep. We're going to try and go through the easier ones.
Yeah, crack on, man, crack on.
But when you said about kind of the name Bamg and you started watching Nitro Luke, so like we're talking that must have been recent then that name came. Like, how long ago was that?
So I've been streaming now. It will be near enough a year in September, I want to say. Yeah.
So what? Yeah. So you've been streaming for years. So you've been streaming for 8 months.
Yeah, about 8 months. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you think of it in reality, I thought it was nearly a year, but it's 8 months.
Yeah. I'm just looking, mate. I've got so many questions. What about this? Did anyone influence you to want to become a streamer? You've kind of already answered that. You said about Neo, Nitro Luke. What? Let me ask you this: do you only watch streamers on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason is, like, I'm looking at my chat right now, and I remember looking at people's streams. Facebook makes it very easy to look at a comment. Now, Twitch is just loads of lines with different colors.
It goes off. And yeah.
I can't handle that. And I just think, Facebook's just a lot easier to read comments. I know it goes bonkers sometimes. Like you go into the high end type of streamer like Stone and stuff like that. You're looking at a comment every quarter of a second. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I do go on to Twitch sometimes and watch some streamers.
Yeah, like Twitch has got some great streamers. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's one of those. My thing with Facebook is I feel like Facebook is more personal because it's like, rather than the way I've always looked at it is like you're making relationships with people, not like with their gaming alias. Do you know what I mean? It's like your people. It's like people in your chat, like their actual name, and it's like, I find I recognize people more by their name than I would by their like gaming alias. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you actually build relationships with people. You know their full name. You can see their profile picture. You can see what they look like. You don't get any of that on Twitch. Do you know what I mean? You don't. You don't know anything about anyone. But that is.
That's one of the reasons as well. To be fair.
Yeah,
I like that.
Is that another thing I was going to ask you is why you picked Facebook to stream? But I suppose if you were watching Neo and Nitro, they're both Facebook streamers anyway.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider switching to like YouTube, Twitch, anything like that?
Never.
No?
Never. Not like unless Facebook go, meh, I don't want you on it no more. Or Facebook say, Bamg, you're just a bot, get out. You know what I mean? No, unless Facebook close their gaming part of things down, which I doubt they ever will.
Yeah, I don't think they will, mate.
you know, then that's when I'd leave Facebook. But I'm here to stay for the long run, baby.
All right, cool. Right, what about this one? The first ever thought you had about wanting to start streaming. So, like, before, if I take you back to before you started streaming 8 months ago, and you were, what were you doing? You were gaming like regularly, like every day, every other day?
Yeah, me and my mate Sam, he's now streaming on Facebook, and Yeet on one. I don't mind giving him a shout. He's a legend. He's in my chat right now.
Oh,
I'm not reading anything though. But yeah, me and him used to play every single night. Like we used to play Warzone every night, and you know what? I am still no good at Warzone, bro.
So when did you first think about streaming? Did you like speak to him about it? Did you speak to anyone about it, being like, you know, I kind of want to start streaming? How did that go?
Well, me and Sam used to like just have a chat through the headset, and he always used to moan about my echo because I used to have a terrible headset back then. And I just said to him, you know what? I like this Nitro Loot lad. Like, he's really good on he's really good at this COD, isn't he? Like, he's pretty decent. Like, I wonder how hard it is to get into streaming. And I just said to him, like, Sam can probably verify this. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Like, even if it costs me a few grand, I'm just gonna do it. Like, because I want to get away from the Xbox because I'm extremely limited to what I can do and play, and that is all I can do is use it as a gaming console because that's what it is. So if I get a decent PC, I can use it for work stuff. Like, I can use it for designing logos because I just enjoy designing logos. You know, I can do loads of cool stuff on a computer which I can't do on an Xbox. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a good computer, and I'm gonna try streaming out and see if I like it because I enjoy playing video games. So why can't I share that with the rest of the world?
Yeah.
Because I know when I was going through a hard part in my life, I actually used to watch a lot of videos on YouTube. So and I know that's completely different from gaming content. That's just like vlogging or video content.
Yeah.
But that actually used to help me out up here because I did go through a bit bad stage. We'll talk about it later. But you know, I wanted to get on the streaming side of things to. Because I know people who get quite lonely, right? Because things have happened in their life and they're just sat at home. They go to work, they go home, go sleep, wake up, go back to work again, and I know they watch streamers, and I want to be one of them people that sit there and stream for so and so hours or minutes in a day for someone who, you know, who needs a buddy or someone who kind of needs someone to talk to, even though it's not in real life because they might not have that.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be that face there, you know what I mean? On my own page, my own little group, you know, my own little squad, as I call them. And, you know, if they have any problems, like I talk to quite a lot of my followers, you know, a few people, I don't mention names, but a few people have, you know, some issues and they want to just talk to someone. And you know what? My inner box, regardless if I'm working or not, I'm there. Regardless if it's 4 a.m. in the morning or it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm there. You know what I mean? And I always will be. Because I've always been like that. You know, I always think about, like, say for instance, Pointy, Bamg, can I buy 20 quid? And I've only got 20 quid. Yeah, Pointy, take it, my man. Just pay me back whenever you can. You know, don't worry about it. Like, don't think if you get a grand and you've got £980 to pay out and then you got to pay me that 20 quid back. Don't worry about it. Pay me back when you can. You know, I'm that type of person. And I think that's quite important. That's what got me really wanting to do it.
You know, the reason I'm smiling quite a lot is because I'm kind of just thinking you sound a lot like me. Like, mate, I've had, you know, and I won't say names, but I've had people like that message me. So if you started streaming 8 months ago, I mean, I started streaming just over a year ago. So like we both started streaming during lockdown.
Yeah, sure.
So like, and that was, for me, lockdown was fine. Like, I didn't really struggle with it, with being, I was classed as a key worker, so I was still going to work basically every day. So I was actually getting out the house and stuff, whereas, like, you know, Zoe was stuck in the house for months and months and she hated it.
Yeah.
But you know, I've had people message me like saying like my streams like helped keep them going daily. I've had people messaging me about when they thought about committing suicide, when they thought about like self-harming, when they get like real depressed and stuff. And I always try and be there for as many people as I can, mate. Because the thing you don't think about is some people might not have anyone to talk to. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hang on, just my...
Oh, saying that. There we go. Now you can probably see me a bit better. I forgot about my little ring lights. I look like I got a tan now.
Mate, my one ring light is just throwing a bit of a paddy, but there we go. It keeps fucking going off.
I can see it. I can see it. Oh,
right,
that's
I'll
funny.
leave it on that. Let me switch this. They've got different colours, so I've just switched them all to be brighter, and hopefully the camera will just adjust itself. Well, actually, if I turn that one off, that's better.
There we go.
But yeah, it's mad because I never thought that's how it would be. You know, when I started streaming, I never thought I would spend time like trying to help people. Like, it's great and I love it, but it's like for people to like message me with like real personal things, and like these are people that I've built like proper friendships with. Like, I've never met them, but like, you know, I've built proper friendships with them, and it's you know,
it's quite a special connection.
It is. It's you know, but it's amazing, mate. It's amazing.
So I don't know if you get that feeling, but you know, like when you're streaming and someone comes in all the time, and you always notice that name or that Facebook photo, and when you don't see them for a while, and after a while they come back into your chats because obviously something might have gone on or whatever, you're always like, dude, I've actually missed you, man. Mate, what are you doing?
If I don't stream for a little while, I always try to find out what everyone's been doing, because I want to know what's been going on their end. You know what I mean? I always try and make sure like everyone's been doing all right, everyone's doing okay, and just see because I like to hear what people have been up to in like the day I had off or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Yeah, sure.
Having a look, I've asked that one. What would you say is your favorite game of all time? Take a minute if you need to. If we're going back to like Nintendo 64 days. Whilst you do that, I'm gonna try and fix this ring light. It's what the fuck is going on with this?
You know, my favorite game that really just pinged in my memory then. Well, there's two if I'm allowed to.
You go on.
So, it was a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah.
And it was called After Dark, I think it was called. It was a shooting game.
I don't recognize the name.
After Dark. Something Dark.
Something Dark.
Yeah, you know what? It's really annoying because I just remembered it and then I forgot about it again. Yeah, if it comes to me throughout it, I'll let you all know. But I can't remember that one. But definitely my second one's Crash Bandicoot, dude.
Yeah,
definitely.
Mate, I've played so much Crash Bandicoot. Jesus, I can't.
I love it.
I can't play it anymore. You know, they brought out like the remastered version or whatever
on PC.
Everyone was like trying to be like, oh yeah, we should play some Crash Bandicoot. I'm like, nah, mate, I did enough of that 20 years ago.
Yeah, I would play it again, to be fair.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, I would.
You know what? Typical streaming life when things just go wrong.
You mean when wires are just everywhere?
It's just see. I don't know if it's that, because this one ring light is literally just. It's just.
You know what? It actually looks better off.
It looks better. You reckon? What, just like that?
Yeah, loads better.
That better, is it? I've got to kind of get my camera now to like refocus. I'm just going to try and see if it can. Hadouken. See if it can just refocus, because at the moment it looks fucking blurry for me. Yeah. Anyway, so fine. Favorite game of all time. That is done. What would you say has been your favorite moment streaming so far? Is there like a moment that's proper stuck with you, like something that made you absolutely buzzing? I don't know, and like,
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, one of my old friends that I used to go to school with come into my chat. I don't know if any of my chat will remember this, but they come into my chat. Well, he come into my chat and he said, "Bammers, I just had a baby."
Oh shit.
And here's the name, here's the weight. Literally born 5 minutes ago, and you're the first person other than us two to know. And the rest of the stream. And I was playing Farming Simulator. I was on Oakfield Farm and I was in Field 3. I can remember it.
Oh, mate.
Really stood out for me, dude. I was just thought, mate, you actually come onto the show. I don't know what made it really stand out, but the second you said it, I was like, I know that moment straight away.
Mate, Oakfield Farm was the map I used to play on Farm Sim because that's where I grew up in real life.
Crazy, isn't it?
That round that area, that's where I grew up. That's where I used to live.
Mad.
So
it's a good farm, dude.
I know Oakfield Farm well.
Yeah, mate. Oakfield.
I'm just debating on my camera. Still looks fucking blurry as hell, mate. Because that ring light is literally just like it's just popped. It's legit just popped. It's just not working at all. I might try and turn my actual light on. Hang on. See how that works.
Oh, Pointy, you just pumped down.
There we go. That's better. Look at the camera autofocus. Kicks straight in.
Look at that.
It's fine. Oh no, now it's gone again.
There you go. You're back.
Well, I am back, but it's kind of. I'm going to lock my chair because I keep rocking. I keep trying to rock, or I might put my green screen.
I can't on mine. I can.
Mate,
I just messed up my green screen.
I just start rocking on mine because I got a new chair and I just sit here and just rock.
Oh yeah, just sat down chilling.
Are there any new games coming out you're looking forward to? What about the new Farm Sim stuff like that? Have you seen that?
Oh mate, yeah, I'm buzzing for that new Farming Simulator 22.
Is it? It's 22, isn't it? I was going to say 21, but no, it's not. It's 22.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that new Farming Simulator game. Definitely.
Let me ask you this as well. If Farming Sim wasn't a game, what do you think you'd be streaming at the moment? Because I know you stream a lot. Would you say you stream just Farm Sim? Like you've streamed a little bit of Call of Duty and stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
But if Farm Sim wasn't a game, what do you think you would be playing?
I'd probably. It'd probably be something like. Because you see, farming, there's a lot to do in it, and I like that point of it. I like, I think that's really good. The other game I would probably stream, it would. There's so many I really enjoy. Probably like American Truck Simulator because I used to love Euro Truck, but they're nothing like an American truck, are they? You know what I mean?
I get you.
That old Jake brake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd probably be American Truck Sim, to be fair. Why has my eyes gone blurry for?
Mate, because we spend 24/7 looking at screens, mate. I'm surprised I've got eyes left.
Well, I just took my glass off and I got good vision, so I'll leave them off. The chat only asked me to put them on because you've got glasses on and they wanted to see
how identical we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just for the guys in my chat. I can see loads of likes and comments. Listen, make sure you pop over to Brett's stream, Bamg on Facebook. Make sure you pop over there and show him some love because he's a legend.
I want my stream to do exactly the same, guys, man. Please head over to PointyChin. Go in there and just drop him a love heart, man.
Big love.
And drop my man a love heart. I'm just trying to find your stream. I wasn't even watching it. How terrible am I?
That's all right, mate. What about other? You know, people can obviously find you on Facebook just by searching Bamg. What about is there other social media people can follow you on? Have you got YouTube, TikTok, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel which I'm slowly building. It's just difficult because I'm literally on the go from 5 a.m. till 11 at night. I literally don't stop. You can find me on Instagram at BamgFB, YouTube BamgFB, Twitter Bamg_FB, and obviously Facebook here as well.
Good.
Facebook, is that a thing?
Facebook, we can make it a thing.
You know what? I was just about to say, let's make it a thing.
We can make it a thing.
I could be Mark Gray, not can't say his name.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's it.
this is a good one because so you coach driver full time. Was it coach driver or bus? Listen? This is something I've got. Is a coach and a bus the same thing, mate? What's going on there? Is the difference between a coach and a bus just the bit underneath? What?
No, Pointy, they're totally different. No, they are very similar. A bus, what we call a bus, is like your local number one bus.
Right.
And a coach is obviously a long distance stuff. Coach is a lot more luxurious than a bus, and there is slightly different, but very, very similar.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, man.
But so you do that full time though? Is that like a 5-day a week thing?
Yeah, I work Monday to Friday. I do school runs. So I've come off, obviously with the COVID stuff. I can't do private hire because there's no one going to Liverpool or London or France or anything like that. So I'm having to just do school runs, which, excuse me, too much Coke Zero. Obviously with the lockdown, I've started doing school runs, and then obviously through lockdown I've got into streaming. So I'm just going to stick with the. Excuse me, sorry.
You go for it, mate. It's all
what's
right.
going on here, like. So yeah, I'm just probably going to stick with the school runs because I start at like 6, half 6, and then I'm back up to the depot by 9, and then I'm on stream at 10:30. Finish stream at about 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on what time I come on. It's never normally always 10:30. It's never 10:30. And then I'll go straight back to work, and then when I finish work, I get straight back onto streaming again. So I basically work from around about 6 o'clock in the morning.
So I guess my question would be, if you work like a lot, you said you work like 12-hour days, right?
Yeah.
So if you and the other thing is you do DJing as well.
Yes.
So I guess my question would be, how do you find time to work, DJ, stream, spend time with the family? How do you manage sort of all of that? Do you have like, I've seen like you upload streaming schedules and stuff. Is it always the same days? Because I guess if you only work Monday to Friday, do you dedicate times to stream, and then do you dedicate times to DJ and times to spend with your family and stuff? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is just streaming and coach driving.
Right.
Friday is all free.
Right.
So obviously I do my work in the morning, do my stream in the morning, go back to work in the afternoon, stream, DJ on a radio station from 6 till 8. Then from the radio station, I got half an hour to pack all my gear away, which I'm never on time because it takes forever to get straight back onto streaming again.
Yeah.
And it's quite difficult, but I'm very I'm ex-military, so I'm very very dedicated to what I do, and very I know my chat are gonna proper have me for this, but I do try and stick to time schedules. I really do. But obviously, like when I finish work in the morning, if I am late, I'm normally upstairs. Bella's chilling on the bed because we don't unless they're going to school. Like I got a 3-year-old and I got a 9-year-old. And my 9-year-old's obviously at school, so Bella just sits upstairs, chilling with a TV in Daddy's bed, just relaxing until I get back from work, and then that's what normally makes me late. Because I sit out there and I chill with her, give her a morning cuddle. So I do get quite a lot of family time in. And obviously this year I'm hoping to get back on the car shows because I DJ a lot at Santa Pod Raceway and Mudfied Nationals in Peterborough. So it is a bit all go from the get-go, really. And I've always been like it ever since I've left school. I've always had to be busy through to what I suffer with. It just keeps my mind going. You know what I mean? So, but I enjoy it because I give my girls all the time they desire. And somehow I managed to get my comments. I can't look at somehow I managed to get time to chill with my family, get streaming in, and obviously work, because my daughter, she's always welcome in here. She wants to sit on Daddy's lap whilst he's playing.
I have seen at times, yeah. But people love that sort of stuff, mate. People like to know that we're just regular people at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. And she's my world, man. Like the missus, well, my fiance, sorry, she went off to have a look at nurseries today, and I nearly cried. I was like, oh my God, jeez, like
they're growing up quick.
Really? Yeah, mate, it's horrible, man.
It's a lot, mate. It's a lot if you're constantly busy. Do you ever find time to just sort of chill by yourself? Like, do you ever find time, like, or I don't even know if you want to, but do you ever find like a moment where you get to sit and just watch, like, I don't know, an episode of something? Like, do you watch anything on Netflix or anything like that? Like, do you ever find time to just watch something on your own and just chill? No stream, no DJ, no nothing?
Not really, no. Well, I don't really seek for that time, you know what I mean? Okay. I just roll with what's going on. Yeah. Sometimes I could sit down and watch a film, but then I'm like, I've got this to do. I've got to quickly go and do it because I'm going to forget. Yeah. Because I do have genuinely a really bad memory. But
oh, mate, listen, don't get people.
You told me yesterday.
My chat called me Dory, mate, because honestly, I fucking forget everything. That is amazing. Mate. I will be halfway through talking about something, and then my memory will just go, and I'm just there like, what the fuck am I talking about? And I literally, and it just goes. I honestly, I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens, but yeah.
I'm the same, bro. It's all good.
But no, mate, you know, it's like, for me, I always kind of have to try and find some time to myself because I find like that's my time I sort of recharge. Yeah. But it's different, you know. I mean, I work full time and I stream basically every day, but I mean, you know, I don't have kids. I don't DJ. Like, you know, it's just me and Zoe. And I always try and find some time to just chill on my own to kind of because then it's like that is my time when I actually get to chill. The thing, you know, what the thing with there's such a big difference between gaming and streaming. Do you know what I mean? Because like, yeah, streaming can be hard work. It doesn't have to be, and it isn't always, but you know, it's like you're kind of concentrating on. It's not like you can just put all your concentration on the game. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're sat playing and you're not streaming, it's like, you know, you would sort of just sit there in silence, I guess, and just play the game and just, you know, it's just you and the game. But when you stream, it's like there's so much other stuff going on that it's not always like a relaxing. You enjoy it, but it's not always relaxing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's yeah. So yeah. You know, for me, I always try and find some time to spend on my own and just sit and watch a film or something, because then it's like I can just lie down. And I don't get many of those moments, but I try and get it at least once a week. Sure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I get that. My chat keeps saying 45.
I don't know what. Yeah, someone came into my chat and said something about that. Someone from your stream came over and said something about 45. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that
was. Is that how many minutes we were late? I don't know.
That's probably most of it. I'm probably that late most of the time, to be fair.
I don't know what it is. Right, this is a good question, and I don't know how you would answer, because it's one of those things where there's no right and wrong answer. It's just how you interpret it to be. Do you consider yourself a successful streamer?
I kind of consider myself as I wouldn't say. I'd say it's really hard because I can make myself sound really arrogant.
It depends. It depends, I guess, what you're trying. Like, what you judge success on might not be what I judge my success on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it can be judged on. So it just depends. Like what?
How I see it. If someone's having a bad day and they come into my stream, and I get it quite a lot. You do as well. I've been in yours when they say it. You know, when someone comes in and goes, you know what, Bam, I've been really looking forward to you coming on. And you know what? Thank you for coming on and streaming today, because I've had a really bad day, and you coming live right now has actually made my day. Now that means, you know what? My day has gone from neutral to positive. You know what I mean? And then that guy who cut me up earlier on a roundabout, that dropped me down to a negative. So I kind of create my day on positives and negatives. If I have more positive than negatives, then the day was very positive. You know what I mean? So when, you know, I would class it as a success to the point where people feel comfortable in coming to my stream and just kicking their feet up, got a can of zero sugar Coca-Cola in their hand, and they're just relaxing. I call that a successful stream. Do you know what I mean? And they're just like, you know what, guys, I really, you know, they're just like, Bamg, I really appreciate you coming online today. You know what I mean? Because I really needed it. And that I class that as a very successful stream.
So you would judge your success on like your community then, I guess.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%, mate. I see it the exact same way. Because there's so many ways to kind of, you know, like I said, there's no right and wrong answer. There's so many ways to interpret what like once you end the stream, how you interpret whether that stream was a success or not. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, sure. I've always seen a stream as a success if I gain like one new follower. Do you know what I mean? I used to always, it used to always be my thing when I first started. I was like, you know, if I gain one new follower in this whole stream, like it's a success because it means I've reached one new person and that person has gone like, you know what, like this guy's all right, like I'll follow him and I might come back. And that's how I used to, and you know, that's how I used to look at things. It is still how I look at things, along with other stuff, but everyone views it differently, you know?
Yeah, they do.
But the thing is, mate, I'd you know, from me to you, I'd say you're a successful streamer. I think you know, I think you're doing, mate, when I check by your streams, it's always going off in there, mate. There's always people in there and they love you, mate. Like I've been in there and they show you like an insane amount of love, and that's, I would say 100% like that's successful. Do you know what I mean?
I'm actually extremely lucky to have the people, you know. I want to give a massive shout out to my moderators. They do an absolutely incredible job. You know, new ideas and, you know, just the way they approach people in the chat. I'm so lucky to have the moderators I've got, really. And obviously, you know, because there's a few comments I miss. Now that's just because the chat does roll quite fast sometimes.
Yeah.
But my moderators will always try and reply for me. You know, and just a big shout out to all the regulars as well, because they you know, the community is like super glue. It's and we never really lose people. Does that make sense? I don't mean lose viewers, I mean lose people that come in on a regular. I get you. We never really lose anyone because I don't know. They just absolutely love it. I'm looking at the comments now, like, love you, Bamg.
Mate, they love. The thing is, I'm trying to think of how you put it. I'm trying to think of words. It's like I know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to think of how it's going to come out. They, you know, just like being there. The other thing is like when you were saying about people saying that, like, you know, they're looking forward to you coming on. And like people like reaching out for like help and stuff. I don't think they always realize like that kind of goes two ways. Like it literally makes my day when people come in and like sometimes someone will say something like that, like, oh, I've been looking forward to this all day. And in my head, I'm kind of like, bloody hell, I've been looking forward to this all day. And like for me, it's like all I've done is just I've gone live and I've come on to kind of like speak to people and have a chat and stuff. But like the thing that I never really got at first was how much it can mean to people. Like it can mean a lot, and it's like because it means a lot to them, it means like so much to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I love it.
Like I could get Miss Bamg in here now, and she'll say, you know, the amount of times I've gone up to bed and she's just chilling on her phone playing a video game because she loves her go. She goes, oh, you always sit on your computer, you know, even after you stream, you go on it. And I'm like, but babe, you're a secret gamer too. Like, you're a secret gamer too, you know. But I always go upstairs and I'm like, you know what? I really helped someone today, and I made someone's day positive. Just like, well done, baby, proud of you. And you know what? It's like I say to my chat all the time, it's so overwhelming, like the amount of love that goes through the stream.
A lot.
And it's like thinking about it actually kind of brings up a little bit of emotion inside, like just talking about it now.
It does.
Because, you know,
it's emotional, mate. Sometimes I think when people, when they don't realise how much it can help us, they think it's just us helping them, and actually it goes both ways.
Both ways, 100%.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn this ring light back bloody on again, but I'm going to put my green screen up because my camera is just having like a paddy with all the different light sources. It's just having a moment.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm going to try pull this up, see if the...
Look at that. It's not even a crease in that green screen. Look at that.
Zero. Mate, listen, I've got my bloody, my back and all sorts hanging out. Let me tuck that in.
I just heard you fart then. I swear to God, chat, you just
It's
farted.
probably more than a fart, mate, to be honest.
It's that running past.
I'm just trying to get my camera's autofocus to kind of just stop going off on one. I just want it to kind of work itself out. And it might be because of the natural light in the background. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What would you say has been your hardest moment streaming? Is there something that you struggled with, like maybe like I don't know, like when you were first starting? Like, is there a moment that was like kind of your worst moment streaming? Something you did, something someone else did?
Yeah. So I've always wanted a 30 series graphics card, and I saved up for a long time. Like, because all of my stars go back into my system, like go back into all of this. And I can't say all of it because my squad have brought me quite a lot of it as well off my Amazon wishlist. They've been super generous. And there was a time I brought a 3080 and I was like, that's all I need. That's all I need is a nice 3080.
Yeah.
And I set it all up, got it all rolling, started streaming, and then it just collapsed on me. And it was quite a few weeks.
I remember seeing that on your page. Yeah. What happened with that? What was the issue?
So the graphics card was actually busted. So I sent it back because I bought it off of someone who bought it brand new, but didn't realize he bought it 3 days before his birthday, but his missus bought him a 3090. So he bought himself a 38. His missus bought him a 3090. So he put it straight up for sale. Right. He didn't even have it out of the box. So I bought it off him, and then I plugged it in, and it just wouldn't work with my system. So I tried it on my friend Craig's computer, who fixes my computer all the time, like he did today again. What a legend. Hashtag Craig panel. And it was on his computer, savage screen tear, and it was really bad. And then I sent it off, and they sent out a new card, and it was still doing the same thing. Yeah. And at that moment, like, because it kept cutting out, and I just want the best image here. You know, the best image here. Yeah, not me, like for the viewers, so that they get the best view, you know. And I spent all of that money, and I felt quite sick. It triggered quite a bit of anxiety, actually. And then after a while, of it not working, I looked down at so I can see my computer right now, and I was looking down at my RAM stick. So I rebuilt this computer not long ago with my friend Craig, and I had 2 of my new RAM sticks and 2 old RAM sticks. They're all the same. They weren't conflicting. They weren't overpowers, low powers, or whatever, hertz or something. But there was one RAM stick that was broken, and that was stopping my 3080 from running. Oh, okay. And I didn't know until I actually got rid of that graphics card, and I brought a 2080 Super. And at that point, that actually quite upset me. That was probably the hardest point in streaming, to be fair. Knowing that, you know, I know it probably won't seem a lot to a lot of people, but it actually broke me quite a bit. I was like this.
It's one of those things, like, you know, like a 3080 is a wicked graphics card, mate. Like they're amazing. Yeah. And it's like, you know, it's kind of like to stream, you don't need the best computer equipment in the world. Do you know what I mean? No. But like, it's always better to have more than you need. It's like, it's almost like you don't have to worry as much about things going wrong because your computer is kind of like more overkill. You don't have to worry about it. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's I 100% get that.
But it was mad because I took those RAM sticks out and this 2080 worked straight away. And then I got told by one of my followers, big shout out to Dan Mingay, you absolute beast. He said, put those in your Amazon wish list. Then, well, he kind of everyone kind of forced me to do it. And within 5 minutes, he'd ordered them, and they were at my house in a few days. And now I'm running, you know, some nice RAM. You know, I'm running a computer that's, you know, pretty half decent for what I do with it.
Yeah.
But that moment was definitely probably my worst in streaming, I'd say. Definitely.
That's fair, mate. That's completely fair. I've got one for streaming full time, but I guess you don't. You stream like basically near enough. What was it? What days do you have dedicated days off of streaming?
Yeah, Sundays. That's it. I did stream this Sunday.
Would you ever? We kind of went through this the other day, but when we were talking, would you ever consider streaming full time as a career? And if so, what do you think would be like? What do you think would have to? Is there anything in like in the back of your mind? Is there anything you've said to yourself like, you know what, like if I get to this stage, I think I'm going to try and do this full time? Is that ever crossed your mind at all?
Yeah, it has a few times. I was actually going to do it not long ago, but I sat down, I had a good think, and it's not even about the amount of stars that come through. It's not about the amount of supporters that come through. It's what's actually going to be better for me. You know, because I kind of do it full time anyway.
Yeah.
So all I would be doing is putting an extra streaming in the afternoon. So I did think about it, and I just thought, well, I can't sit in the house 6 days a week. Getting out there. I know as much as I moan about it in my moderator chat about, oh, bloody work again this morning. I was late by 5 minutes. I'm absolutely shattered. You know, I'm kind of glad that I do kind of do that as well, because it's a bit of getting out, bit of fresh air, and then I still get to come back and stream, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't do it for the stars. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love gaming. But you know, I'm very fortunate in to have the following I've got, and then just how generous they are, which helps me just upgrade everything I've got, and helps because if I got anything left over, it actually goes in my daughter's savings accounts when they're 21.
That is the cutest fucking thing I've heard.
It does, because I want them to go to university, and I don't want them to be like, oh, Dad, I'm in 16, 20 grand's worth of debt. I want them to be like, Dad, thank you so much. Now I can go and buy a car with that and insure it, tax it, MOT it, you know, do all that stuff, because you've done that whilst I was so young. And I think that's very important, you know. Like I said, I always put people first before myself. I know if Miss Bamg's here listening right now, she'll be like, huh? Like that, because I do moan. Like money does cause anxiety.
Yeah, it really does. It does, mate. It does.
And
you know,
I do moan like mad if I've got £100 internet or phone bill to pay. I'm like, ugh. But you know, as long as I've got food on the table, as long as I've got electricity, and as long as my kids are under a roof and nice and warm, and I can still get to work and back, then that's all I need.
I swear to God, mate, we might be long lost brothers, you know, because I swear you're just saying the same things I say.
Well, you know, I'm from Wiltshire, and
I'm not from Wiltshire. I'm from Gloucestershire.
Yeah, we kind of talk. Mate, kind of talk a little bit. Similar.
I was speaking to Neo earlier, and I was watching a bit of his stream back from yesterday when he was trying to do an impression of me, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing, mate. Honestly, I can't wait for him to watch this back. I was watching it, and I was like, I definitely don't talk, but it's like he kind of went like. He kind of sounded like put on like a Scottish. His voice kind of went Scottish, and I was like, I was kind of like, what the fuck am I watching here? Neo's, you know, quite easy to do an impression of. You just make things up. You just say like, oh, I'm going up to shop. You just do shit like that.
I was just about to do the same thing. I'm going to that shop. I'm going to that shop. I love him though. I just love him.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a legend.
But no, it makes sense. Everything you said makes sense, because you seem like more of an active person rather than a just stay-at-home person. Do you know what I mean? So,
like, I'm sat here now. Have you noticed how much I'm moving about?
It's just one of those things, mate. You can move around as much as you want.
Okay, sweet.
There's no rules here.
No, I'm just like I even do this on stream. I'm constantly adjusting and.
Mate, yeah, that's why I have to lock my chair, because I literally, if I unlock it and it goes all the way back, I just sit here and I just start rocking. So I have to. There's like a lock.
You just need a pipe now. I'm gonna order you one. Put one on your wish list. I'll order you it.
Yeah, cheers. This kind of links on. This is quite a good one. How do your friends and family feel about you streaming? I mean, like, do you? The thing for me is like, when I try and explain to like my family, they don't kind of get what it is. Like, it's like when people go to me and people say they're like, so people watch you play games, why don't they just play themselves? Like, when they just play the game themselves. And I'm kind of like, well, you know, and you watching football now on TV, can you not just go out and get a ball and just start fucking playing? Like, it's kind of like one of those things. But I guess, do your family like understand it? Like, you know, like parents, like siblings, I don't know if you've got brothers and sisters, like do they know, and do they get it?
At first, no.
Right.
And then and you know, it, like Sarah, for instance, like, bless her heart, due to I won't go back into too much about it with her past, but in her past she had some bad things.
Okay.
Like, she didn't like the whole console playing games thing. So it was one of these things where she didn't actually at first like me streaming at all.
Right.
Like, she really didn't. She would let me do it. Well, I say let me do it. She wouldn't she wouldn't say anything about me doing it, but she didn't really like it. Now, after all this time of me still doing it, it's not that she's got used to it. She actually quite enjoys me. Oh, I need to start drinking Coke, dude. Jesus.
Just water, mate. Water's all you need.
Water's all you need. No, so she didn't like it at first, but now she kind of understands, because all the times I go upstairs, you know, I always say, listen, like, this person, and I, going straight back to the question earlier, I just go up there and, babe, I helped someone today, or I helped people today, you know, and she kind of accepted it, and then she kind of got it, you know what I mean? She kind of gets, you know, that with social media, you know, it can be, what's the right word for it? All I've got in my mind is lifestyle. It can be, there's a lot more positives with streaming and gaming than there is negatives.
Yeah.
Because I think she noticed that, actually, going back to the same question earlier, it actually helps me out a lot as well. Because, you know, work is quite stressful. You know, I do drive quite a big bus or coach. And people on the roads are just,
mate, there's some idiots out there. I've been out there.
Yeah, you know? And you know, streaming just completely turns me around. You know, I look forward to seeing absolutely everyone that are in my chat right now. I look forward to seeing them every single day and talking to them, seeing how their day's been, seeing what they've done last night when I come off stream, and how are they feeling today, which is a very important question I ask everyone. Like, how are you feeling today? I hope all is good. You know, because I don't like negatives. I like to say to people, listen, you know, my chat will even tell you the amount of times I'm blabber on about, listen, man, you're having a negative, try and flip it, turn it around, make that a positive. Because you know what? The second you start feeling positive, like, other than down, you're on an up.
Yeah.
That's when your whole day will change, and it will continue being an up. You know, like my granddad used to always say before he passed, he was like, he used to call me son. And he used to say, son, when you're having a bad day, you know what that is? And I was like, no, Pap, what is that? And he said, right, so you've got a river, like a little stream. And when you have a negative, it means some nasty bugger out there has dropped a really big boulder in your stream to stop it from flowing equally. Right. What it's doing, it's hitting that boulder and going around. He says, your job is to pick that boulder up, get it away from that stream so your water can flow correctly. And that's basically the same. If you're having a bad day, take that boulder out of your little river and let that water flow. You'll have a positive day. I'm very, very positive, by the way, so you probably noticed that.
Get that boulder the fuck out of there, mate. That's good. So, I like that.
You know, you've got to...
I'm all about positive vibes, mate. You've got to be, you know. It's life's kind of too short. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things, mate. Yeah. I try and I try not to get worked up about too much in life anymore. I mean, sometimes you can't help it, you know.
Yeah,
but it's like you never know. I keep telling, you know what I keep saying to people in my stream? I'm like, listen, you never know when your time's gonna come. Do you know what I mean? And people always say to me, they're like, yeah, I'm having a bad day, and I'm like, yeah, but there's positives in your day that you haven't seen, and they're like, so they don't see it. Sometimes it's like the little things. They're like, so what's positive about my day today? I'm like, well, you woke up, didn't you? Like some people, mate.
There we go.
Sometimes there will be a day for all of us, unfortunately, when we just don't wake up, and you don't always know when that day is going to be. Do you know what I mean? No. So every day you wake up, you've got to make it a good day. Because it could be the last day you've got. You never know. I'm big on like how I view life now as a whole has changed everything for me. It's sort of like always, there's a thing I do, and this is completely off subject. It's always like the littlest of things. See if I wake up at 4 a.m. to go to work and Zoe's still asleep until like 9 o'clock or whatever, because she doesn't start work till 9:30. I swear to God, religiously, every day before I go to work, you know, I get up, I shower, I brush my teeth and stuff, and I get ready, I get dressed, and before I leave the house, I go, and she's asleep, and I will go and hold her hand for about a minute, just because, mate, I don't know if I'll make it home that day. Do you know what I mean?
That's well weird. We are definitely brothers,
listen, we're
bro.
brothers, mate. I'm telling you.
I swear to God, I wake up and I give every one of them a kiss before I go, and I always whisper in their ear, I love you. Every single morning, and it's religiously for me as well. That's really weird.
You've got to though, mate, because it's true.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what that day is going to chuck at you. You might not make it back. So for me, I always have to. It's something I have to do. I just sit there. She's still asleep. She's like flat out, and I just hold her hands, and I sort of just think about like, you know, everything I've got to do to make it back home that day. Do you know what I mean? Because that's like what goes on outside the house. Like is all irrelevant to me. I'll get through it all, and then my job then is to just get back home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because life's too short, mate.
Yeah, man.
But we're definitely brothers. That's definitely a thing.
I think we are, you know. That's really mad.
Right. I've got current PC specs compared to when you first started streaming. When you first started streaming, what was your equipment like? Did you have like, you know, talking like cameras, microphone, computer? You know, was the green screen always there? You know, what was the setup like at first?
Oh, I had a look back the other day to my first ever stream, and I thought, oh,
right. It's the same. The thing is, it's the same for all of us, mate. All of our first streams are bad. Yeah. Mine was in 360p. My first stream.
Oh wow, yeah, I think mine was quite low to be fair. But now I brought a pre-built.
Right, a pre-built computer.
Pre-built. With a Ryzen 5 1500X CPU.
Right.
With a graphics card that didn't work. So, and I didn't know. I took it back to the shop and he gave me the money back for the graphics card, which was nearly the price of the computer.
Yeah.
And then I brought a AMD Radeon 5500 XT 8 gig graphics card.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it wasn't bad. That thing offline playing games, that would smash 60 FPS constantly.
Yeah.
144, you know, 144 hertz, easy. Like frames. And then what RAM did I have? I had them 2 little dodgy RAM sticks in there. They're actually sat over there. If I got them, you'd be like, what is that? But yeah, I had a Ryzen 5 1500X with a 5500 XT AMD graphics card. The second thing I ever brought was my keyboard, which is an ADX Ultimate Gaming, which I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant. So I haven't replaced that. Then I got my wheel. The camera. Still got the camera.
Right.
It's so bad. Like, it's so bad. It's actually on my first ever YouTube video on the Bamg FD. It's really bad. You could only literally get that much of my head in. Like, it was literally just a head stream, and that was it. And that was miles away. It was that bad. But that broke that computer. So did that camera. So I've upgraded to a Ryzen 7 3700X, which is going to be now upgraded to a Ryzen 9. And I run a 2080 Super graphics card with I think it's 32 gigs of RAM. It might be 64. I don't know. Yeah, and it's got an ultra liquid cooled CPU cooler. It's quite smart. It shows me the temperature and everything. It's pretty cool.
Sounds good, mate.
But that there, the only way I got that computer there, which is actually behind my monitors, was because of the generosity from my followers.
Yeah, mate, but it's the exact same thing for me. See, when I first started streaming, I streamed through a laptop. I streamed, I didn't have a camera, so I used the camera that was built into the laptop. You know how bad those things are? Yeah, that was bad, mate. You couldn't fucking, you know, honestly, I looked like a character out of Minecraft. Like, it was that bad. And, you know, I used to stream through that. I don't know how the hell I managed. And then, you know, after like several months of saving up star money, I bought my computer. And you know, it cost me about $2,000, the computer. And this is no bullshit, right? I actually spoke to Neo. I speak to Neo a lot, mate. It seems to just be we just speak a lot. But I was speaking to Neo,
he's a good lad.
and he said the same. He said the same thing happened to him. The thing is, I never thought that there was no way in this world I would ever have had $2,000 to buy a PC, right?
Oh, same here.
No way, not a fucking chance. So after months of saving up star money, and you know, people just being very generous with stars and donations and stuff, and I managed to actually buy all the parts to build the PC. And yeah, it was about that, and you know, the monitors and stuff. Yeah, it was over $2,000. And I literally, after I ordered it, I went to my friend's. I ordered it at my friend's house because he's the one that built it. Because I didn't really know anything about computers. Ordered it with him.
Wait, I've done the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
I took my computer to my mate's house and he kind of built it.
Yeah, well, same thing here, but he came to mine and built it. And after that, I drove home, and I sat on the stairs at my house and started crying, mate. Just pure emotion, because like it was something I would have never been able to do, and how much easier the computer makes my life for streaming. Oh yeah. But honestly, like just pure emotion. I just sat there and cried because I was just like, what the hell did I do to deserve to meet such great people? Like it was just. You know, and the computer, it was, you know, it was before the 30 series came out. It was before the 30 series actually came out. So yeah, I got the 2070 Super, you know, and the graphics card on its own was 500 quid. And it's like, to me, that's a lot. It's a lot of money, you know, but it's like people knew. It's almost like when people send stars and stuff, it's like people invest in you. Do you know what I mean? They see the potential and they kind of want to help. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. And they all know that. Mate. You know, they all know that I couldn't. You know, you're talking now. I'm sat here. I went from when I first started streaming, I had one. I didn't even have a monitor. I had a TV, an old TV, and it was. That's
crazy because I've still got mine there. It's a Toshiba, and it's
mate, mine was like I think mine's like LG or something, but it was held up by because it wasn't even at the right height on the desk. I had to hold it up with a shoebox. I had a shoebox underneath the telly with the TV on the top, and I used to have the laptop with a capture card.
We are brothers.
I used to have the laptop with the capture cards to the PlayStation because I couldn't stream and play on the laptop. It wasn't powerful enough. So I used to play on the PlayStation, stream it through the laptop, and I only had one screen, and that was it, held up by the shoebox. I had an old wooden dining chair that I fell through live on stream. About a week later,
someone get me that clip, please.
About a week later, I fell through it. And it's just like I've gone from that to having, like, I'm looking around and I've got like thousands of pounds worth of kit here. Like, you know, like the computer, it's just like, you know, the computer, like 100 quid camera. I've got another one of those over here, 110 quid microphone, 400 pound chair I'm sat on, 150 pound green screen. And it's like I look at all this stuff and it just gets me like emotional because I remember when I started and I never thought it would get to this stage. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? Yes, so it's like I have to be really humble because they've given me, like, with stars and donations, like they've given me so much and like such a good opportunity that I can't. In my head, it's like I've got to do right by the people that have believed in me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm the same, bro. Like I had one monitor. Wait, like you said, it's a TV and it's right there.
Yeah.
I've still got it. It's there. It's a Toshiba, and it's supposed to be in 1080, but it literally, like you said about Minecraft, it looks like Minecraft right now. But mate, I had my monitor stood there on a shoebox. I swear down there, I've got to strike this minute if I'm lying. I had the same thing, but I've taken a stand off it now because it's now on like my stair wall bit. It was on a shoebox because it was too low. Right here on my desk was my MacBook Pro, my DJ laptop with the chat. With the chat and the notifications on, so I could see what was going on.
Yeah. I did the exact same thing. Exact same thing.
That's mad. And now I'm looking at two MSI monitors, 144 hertz. I've got my chat monitor there, which is portrait. I've got my gaming monitor there. Got that thing there. You know, I've got a Stream Deck that was gifted to me. I got a mouse here, G502 mouse. I can't even show you because it's not long enough. Yeah, G502 mouse, I think it's called. I got these headphones, which are G9 35s. I got a table to hold my keyboard up, so my keyboard's literally right there.
Yeah.
I got a real nice headphone stand for my headphones. I got a camera. This camera is actually what got gifted to me as well.
What camera is it you're using for the Discord call?
So I've got a Logitech, you know, the 100 and something pound Logitech one,
the C920.
And yeah. And what I'm using now is, write this down because this is a bloody good camera.
Right. Okay.
Now let me turn this light off. It's a Vitade 1080p. A Vitade.
How do you spell that?
60 FPS, VITADE. And it's a 1080p. It's a 1080p at 60 FPS, and it is flipping unreal camera. And that got brought for me. I got.
Mate, I'm gonna have to get one of them because I'm telling you, your camera quality is very clear.
That there is a tractor.
Oh, mate, I've got one of those. I've got not a tractor one, but I've got.
Can you see yourself?
I've got one of those that says PointyChin with a PlayStation controller.
No way. That's wicked. So I got that. That got gifted to me as well.
Yeah.
This chair got brought for me by one of my followers who unfortunately don't follow me no more. I'm looking at, like you said, thousands of pounds worth of gear, and I open that door there. I open that door every morning, and I look in this. I call it my office.
Right.
It's very small in here. I call it my office, and I look in here, and I have sat there and I've cried a few times. So I just think, like you said, mate, it's really weird. Like, we literally read each other's minds. Don't know what I do to deserve to have all of this.
Yeah.
You know, I do it out of my own kindness of my heart. I stream out my own kindness of my heart. And the fact that people just, like you said, invest in you and make things like a lot easier for you. And there's not even a word to it. There's not phenomenal.
Mate. So it's like when we were speaking off stream yesterday, like, and I was saying I find it so hard to get words out. You know what the biggest thing for me is, and it's probably me looking too much into it, but for me, I always feel like I don't show I'm grateful enough. In reality, I probably do. But the thing is, it's like, you know,
it's hard to say,
to put into words, because if someone comes in and they send you, like, I don't know, loads of stars, or they gift you something, or, you know, they do something that's like, you know, they don't have to do, but they do it because they want to, they believe in you, you know, the generosity is massive. And, like, what are you supposed to say to show your appreciation for that? Like, mate, I thank people just for showing up and listening to me talk shit. Do you know what I mean? So then it's like someone does something like that, and I say thank you again, and I keep saying it, because I feel like I'm not being thankful enough, and then I don't want to come across like I don't want to come across like I don't what's the word,
appreciate
like,
it.
yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, I'm trying to think, I'm always thinking in my head, like, what can I do to make sure that person knows how much like that means to me? So I tell people I love them, I'm like, thank you very much, but I say that all the time anyway, and then I always feel bad. Part of me feels bad because people have given me so much and I feel like I don't give them enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I stream it, and like, you know, people say to me, they're like, no, it's fine, you know, it means a lot that you come on and you stream and that you speak to us, and, you know, and all this stuff. But they're like, I'd be doing that anyway. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of all the stuff, like, I'd be doing that anyway. So sometimes I always just get a little bit, I don't know, I throw a bit of a wobble because I'm like, oh, what if I'm not like showing enough gratitude where I should, you know? It's just one of those things. It's what I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm like not grateful, because I am, but I find it hard to get that across.
To express it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's
I'm the same, like, well, when I get too overwhelmed, I've got a tendency to cry and stream.
Mate, I've
when they break me. They know what I'm talking about, you little sausages.
I've nearly cried a few times on stream, but I've only cried once on stream. But it's nearly happened a few times. It's just,
people are just so generous.
They are, mate. You know, people. I don't know. That's like I said. I don't know what I did to meet such great people, but it's like you know what the other thing is.
It's what my squad always tell me. You're being you.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that they want. Is you being you.
You know what the other thing is like, see, when I stream, it's like that is like social time for me, because like it's like I load my stream app and these aren't like followers and supporters, this is like my friends that come in, like people I actually know, and I know like about their background and their life and things that are going on. So it's just I don't know, mate, it's like the best thing in the world, to be honest, you know.
I love it. I absolutely love it, mate.
I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot. I had a full Dory moment.
I'm watching your stream.
So you've got your.
I can do it. I can do it,
mate. I did see Ash write that. I kind of read it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to ask him that, mate.
I can do it. I can do it.
If you knew what you know now in regards to streaming, would you have done anything differently?
Probably not, actually.
No?
No, because I'm glad I kind of come into it as a virgin, if that makes sense. Because I've learned so much of, like, I don't know any bad habits. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like your dad teaching you how to drive for a year, and then you pass, and then you're going into a driving instructor, and all you're doing is bad habits, what your dad taught you. It's kind of like that, you know. I'm glad I come into it very dull-minded about anything to do with computers and stuff, because the stuff I know now is actually, I'm in a position where I actually help streamers out.
Yeah.
Like new streamers, and I know some of them are still messaging me today after about a week. But I've not got time, and I message them like, listen, we will get it sorted, but I've just not got time at the minute, and it really frustrates me because I haven't got the time to do it. But it's for what I know now, I actually do help out, like Rooster Stream, and I help him out quite a lot with his variations and stuff. I create people logos, and they're always like, oh, do you want some money for it? I'm like, no. I do it because I enjoy doing it, like streaming. Like I say to my squad every single day of the week, I will turn my stars off. I ain't bothered. I will turn them off, and I won't put them back on again,
mate.
Because I don't stream for stars. I don't stream for supporters. I just like the fact that they're available, and I like the fact that my supporters are available, because people, if it makes someone feel really, really good about hitting that supporter button or hitting those stars, then that's them feeling good, and my job is done.
Yeah,
I'm successful in that day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Mate, we're too alike, Pointy. We need to meet up and have a beer, man. Jesus.
What was I going to say? Mate, that actually, I tell you what, and I was saying to you about this yesterday, sometimes when people send me stars, I feel bad. Sometimes I feel guilty because I know there are people out there in worse positions than me. Like, you know, I'm not rich by any means, but I get by. You know, it was like you were literally saying, if I've, you know, I work full time and I've got enough money to pay my mortgage, pay my bills, I've got enough money to eat pretty well. And then as long as Zoe's got the stuff that she needs, like, I don't really care too much about myself. I don't need things.
I'm so the same.
I don't really need a lot to get by. Do you know what I mean? Like, I grew up in the ghetto, mate. I'm happy to just wake up and eat bread.
Same,
do you know
bro.
what I mean? Like,
Same,
so I like to make sure that everyone else is sort of doing okay before I look to myself. But if you were to ask, there's one of my moderators, Lloyd, and I call him Day One Lloyd. It's his nickname because it seems like he's been there since day one. He wasn't my first ever follower, but he was like the first person that properly stuck with me, and he's still there now. He's in the stream now. And see, like, when I first got into the Level Up program, which is, if people don't know, when you can get sent stars on Facebook, I refused to turn mine on. I refused to turn to turn stars on, because you can go into Level Up and not have stars on. I don't know if people know that. But I refused to turn it on. And I remember him saying to me the one day, he's like, "Why can't I send you stars?" And I was like, "Oh, I haven't turned them on." And he was like, "Turn them on. I want to send you some." And I was just like, "No." It was just because the thing was, I didn't want people to, I don't know, mate. It was kind of, I don't know if it was like a selfish reason. Like, I didn't want to feel like not like a charity, but like, it wasn't why I started streaming. And I wasn't comfortable with stars at first. It made me uncomfortable. People like sending me stars and donations and stuff. Like, it really made me feel uncomfortable. And I can't give you a reason why. It just didn't sit well with me. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with James Irish Vader, who I can see in the chat, who is the GamerBrain co-host that's usually here with me. It wasn't until I had a conversation with him. I met James very early on when I started streaming, and we had a conversation about it, and he was like, "Look, you're going to have to accept the fact that people are going to want to help you." Like, financially,
because it makes them feel good inside.
It's, you know, so, and then I was kind of like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then I kind of turned them on. I didn't really get sent stars for like the first, I don't know, mate, like, you know, because you have to get sent 10,000 stars before Facebook give you anything. And I didn't hit that 10,000 stars for maybe like 4 or 5 months or something. But yeah, there's just something about it at first. I just didn't want people to think I was there for the money. So for me, the easiest solution was to just not turn it on. Do you know what I mean? It was I went through a bit of a weird moment.
Man. But I just really look forward to getting on and seeing my other brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
When I was saying about, as well, just going back to this being my social time, like, I don't really go out a lot. I'm trying to think. Like, I go to work every day. Me and Zoe will go out together and stuff. And like, I've got friends that I'll go out with every now and then. But like, I put so much time into streaming, I don't have a lot of spare time to like go out and do things. I've always been more of a person that likes to stay indoors. Do you know? I tell you what sat with me and still sits with me to this day. Going back to Neo, did you ever see that Neo did something very similar to this with 2 other streamers? Did you ever watch that?
Oh, yes. The American guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Benzer and I can't remember what the other one. GT Sport Gaming or something like that on Facebook. Shout out to those guys if they happen to ever see this.
Yeah, big shout out to them.
And they asked Neo something similar to what I asked you about what do your friends and family think about you streaming. And do you know what Neo's answer was? He was like, oh, because Neo's wife, Sarah, isn't it? Neo's wife, Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Neo literally said, like, as for family, it's just me and Sarah, and I don't really have any friends, right? And that has always sort of sat with me. And he was like, it's just me and Sarah, but that's fine because, like, she's all I need. Basically. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I've got friends. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, I've got like school friends and stuff, like loads of people I grew up with. But I was always the sort of person in our group where they like loved going out, and I was always sort of more just I would stay in because it's where I was the most comfortable.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, for me, it means a lot to just. It's not like I don't want to go out, but it's like I have a better time staying in than going out. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm just weird, mate. I don't know.
No, it does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like staying in. I like gaming. I like speaking to people. Like, my stream means a lot to me, so I try and put as much spare time into it as I possibly can, and that's basically where my priority is at the moment. And then it's just me and Zoe, and that's pretty much it. Like, I try and see my friends when I can, but it's like I'm trying to do with streaming. I'm trying to like really do something, trying to like really build something good, something positive.
Like building that chat room where people can come and chill out. Because what happens when you're a streamer is these regulars come in and people come in who might not have friends. And this is their going out and seeing their friends, logging into that stream.
Yeah.
And I've got like, for instance, we'll just say, all right, all I can see on my comments is Danny Kitchen at the moment.
Hey, shout out to Danny Kitchen. He's a good egg.
Sitting on it. Danny Kitchen, like, he didn't know no one in my chat. None of them. But now everyone knows him, and he now knows everyone else. Same as with Scott, same as with Preston, same as with Ian Ling, Mr. Wacko Gaming. I see you in the chat. You're an absolute beast, by the way.
Wacko, he's a good egg. He's a good egg. I like Wacko.
I like that guy. I just love that guy, absolutely. And, like Mr. Dat Munning, aka Matt Dunning, because he thought it changed the two over. Like the D to an M and the M to a D. That's why and he couldn't change about 60 days. All these people here, none of them knew each other. But I started this channel and this page, and now these people have made friends in the Bamg that they actually speak to now in real life.
Yeah.
So they're also bouncing off each other, and I think that's very, very awesome, man.
It's wicked, mate. You know what you're doing, and I say it a lot on my stream. You're bringing good people together.
Amen to that, my man. Ian Link said we're making him blush.
He's good. Shout out to Wacko. He's a good streamer. I like him.
He is.
We've kind of covered that, so I'll tick that off and that. We've gone into why Bamg is your name.
Yep.
Get rid of that. Let's talk. You all right?
Yeah, just that Ash Robbins in your chat. He's making me laugh. I keep looking at he's just making me laugh.
He talks a lot of shit, mate. We don't call him Ash Robbins anyway. His name's Daddy, but we'll look that over.
Hey, Daddy.
Something. And this is this sort of talking between streamers is something I wanted to do. I've had this in the plans for ages. I've been thinking about this. And then when we finally started it, me and James, it just made so much sense because I was gutted when he told me he couldn't be here because he's, you'd like him, mate. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
It was more on his part. He always wanted there to be like to talk about mental health, and the thing is, there are kind of like, I don't know if you would call it like chat shows or interviews or whatever. There are things similar to this where they talk about just about streaming, but mental health, especially like recently, has it's been getting more and more promotion, like worldwide. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot more people are talking about it. And it's always something that James wanted to try and touch on with other streamers because, you know, in his experience and in my experience, and we've spoke about it, it has affected us in good and bad ways. Like, I don't know how often, every now and then before I go live, I have like a miniature panic attack. Not like full blown, but like I have a sort of moment where I doubt myself sometimes before I go live. And the thing with mental health is like sometimes you can turn into your own worst enemy. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the whole battle is like up here, you know? So, and when I start doubting myself, and it's like, you know, I'll be ready and I'll get in my chair and my brain will kind of have a moment where it will say to me like, no one's going to show up. And I'm kind of like, yeah, they might not. Fucking hell. What if I'm not good at this? What if I shouldn't be doing this? And it's like, you know, it's kind of those things that kind of snowballs and builds and you start to really doubt yourself. And I have to.
And then like you said, you're your worst enemy. Then.
Yeah. So,
you know what I mean?
Have you ever felt any sort of depression or any change to your mental health, good or bad, in regards to when you're streaming? Has it affected you? Like, I've had days where streaming has completely turned my day around and I felt amazing. And I've had days that really I know I probably should have taken off because I wasn't in the right mindset that day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has anything like that ever happened to you? Is it something, you know, talk to me, mate. Talk to me.
It's so I'm actually autistic.
Okay.
I'm on the autistic spectrum. So I got a mild form of I'm ADHD, autism, and it's always quite hard to talk about it. We'll talk about it though. So since this lockdown, it's kind of triggered anxiety. I never used to suffer with anxiety because I was quite plain faced about absolutely everything. So, well, you know what? I'm still kind of like it today. If you don't like me, whatever. See you later. You know what I mean? It was one of them. And I've always struggled a little bit, not with my mental health as such, but with like, so for instance, I always wanted to be a DJ, right? So that's all I thought about. Someone would talk to me about, oh, what happened if you go and be an astronaut? You know, I'll pay for it all and we'll get you up to space. You'll make lots of money or something like this. And I'd still be, I want to be a DJ.
Yeah.
So I'm very focused on what I want to be focused on. And that's all due to my mental health. So streaming is like going back to the conversation earlier. I cannot believe I just remembered that. About Sarah and her doubt with, you know, her not really liking the fact that I was streaming all the time. And me saying, but I'm going to do it. I actually took a bit of a gamble with it. She said to me, if you get into streaming, then you can kiss our relationship goodbye. And I said, look at me, babe. I said, seriously, just focus on me a minute. I said, this is going to be good. All I can feel from this is positivity. So I'm going to do it. And if you want to break up with me, then that's how it's going to be.
Wow.
I know that might sound horrible to some people, but if in any way I was in doubt that it's going to be a 50-50, because I'm a very people person, it's people that get me through the day. Like, I talk a lot and I just love people. So I took that gamble knowing that she would, because I know her more than anyone. And I knew for a fact that she was going to be accepted. Like, that ain't even the right word. She's going to thank me for just saying, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And she has done now. She's like, you know what, I'm so glad you did do it. And like, that's all due to my mental health. So if I got something in my mind, I just do it. Like, if it's not worth doing, like, oh, do you reckon if I jump off the Grand Canyon, I'm going to survive? Well, let's try it. I might survive or I'm not going to. Does that make sense? You're not going to survive. That's quite blatant. But I had a feeling, you know, this is going to be very good. So I done it. And I do have days where, like, the last week, it was really tough week for me, like with my mental health. You know, I actually, you know, I was on a lot last week, but I wasn't compared to what I usually am. This week I'm feeling very positive, so I'll be smashing it this week. But last week, you know, I didn't even do my support stream on Monday, which I normally do because my anxiety was kicking my butt, man. And I'm a fighter, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm a fighter up here because, you know, being ex-military, you kind of learn that right mind of frame. But that frame, I can't hear myself talking, by the way. That's why I'm slurbering words. But you know, I kind of have that fight in my mind. So uh anxiety is the only thing that's ever beaten me, and I
right,
don't like being beaten.
yeah,
So I'm fighting it
yeah,
bad. Like I am fighting it mentally. It's like some mornings I wake up and I think, oh my God, I just start thinking worrying things. Like my biggest fear is spiders.
right,
Cheers, squad. You bots. And they sent me, my moderator sent me a video of a spider jumping out of the screen, and I didn't realize what it was, and I watched it, and I know they didn't, like, I've told them what it triggered. Now that I think that's what actually triggered me for last week.
right,
Um, I've been thinking about it, and like, because I am petrified of spiders, believe it or not. Absolutely petrified of them. And that kind of did mess me up last week. I'm not blaming the moderators. I absolutely love you all to bits, you know that. But it's my mind, it's not actually me. So it's you know, anxiety is the only thing that's ever beaten me, and sometimes I do come on stream. I never really doubt how the stream's gonna go. Like if it doesn't go well in the first half an hour, then I start panicking and stuff. And I think you know, if you watch back on previous streams, you will see that if it's a very odd stream, you can definitely see it. And streaming doesn't really cause me to have, I don't know if you can notice, but I'm just focused on the letter A on my keyboard right now because it's making me think.
all right,
But it hasn't ever really triggered any mental health streaming. It is my therapy because even if I have a headache, I will not take as paracetamol.
right, okay,
Like I pulled my back last week by lifting loads of logs out my garden, and I pulled my back, and I still didn't take a painkiller because I'm very stubborn like that. You know, there's people who live in the Sahara Desert and stuff, and they don't take tablets when they hurt themselves. So why should I?
hmm.
That's kind of just how I am. So I won't get tablets from the doctor to sort my anxiety out. So I fight it myself because I see it as, if you fight it yourself and you fix that problem yourself, you then know how to deal with that next time without a tablet jumbling your brain to then sort that. You know, but that's just me. I know there's
Yeah,
people out there, you know, I know there's people out there that do take the tablets and it does make them feel good. Now, if that's your way of dealing with it, you know, that's still not that's, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's still a really good thing because, you know, like my anxiety is different to everyone else's. Everyone else's anxieties and mental health are totally different to other people's. Like you mentioned about my autism, like I'd hope my really good school friend who's actually in my chat right now, don't mind me saying this, but Craig, who's the guy who built my computer, actually does have ADHD autism as well, and like his autism is totally different to mine. Like that guy can remember his first hour of birth. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, he's got an extremely good memory and he's extremely clever and he's very focused on computers. And he is the only guy I would ever let touch my computer. Um, you know, like, but then my autism, I forget quite a lot. And it's really frustrating. Like, it actually really does frustrate me. Um, you know, so, but mental health is never really triggered or being triggered through streaming. I actually find streaming my medicine. Um, it's like my medicine. Like when these guys come in and then they say, "Oh, I've been waiting for you all morning, Bamg. I'm so glad you're on." That's it. I've had my shot of medicine. That's it. I'm done. I'm sorted for the rest of the day. All that anxiety previously is gone. You know what I mean? And I personally, now will nick this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who does actually come in and support us streamers, because as Pointy knows, it's not easy. Like, you're just seeing us here now chatting. Now, we don't just sit here and chat, or we don't just sit here and play games. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So we thank you guys for appreciating all the work we do, like as a whole as well, because that is actually our medicine as well. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you guys. I'm gonna give it. I've got an air horn on my end. Let me see. I'm gonna give the air horn. So in a way, though, you know, you would say that streaming is positive for you, for your mental health. You find streaming like really helps.
Yeah, it's definitely a therapy for me. Yeah,
100%. 100%. I would. I tell you what. I tell you this. Not too long ago, right? I was thinking about it. Like I'm 20. Well, I'm 29, but I'm 30 this year. Do you know what I mean? And I'm getting old, mate. That's the way I'm seeing it. And do you know what? I had like a really deep thought the other day, and I thought to myself, fucking hell, you know what? I'm nearly 30. What have I actually done in my life? What have I actually accomplished in my life? And it was like a real deep thought I kind of just had to myself. And I was sort of thinking about things I'd done in my life, like when you sort of think back and there are moments that stick out. And I kind of just felt like there wasn't a lot there. And I kind of thought, like, how have I not done something like I can consider to be like massive in 30 years? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much time does the world have to give me before I realize like I should do something? Like, I don't know what I didn't know what that thing was, but you know, it's like there are people in the world that happily they go to work, they work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and they live their life outside of that, and that's great, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Makes the world go round.
Yeah, but I was kind of thinking, like, but what have I actually done? Like, outside of regular, normal day stuff, what have I actually done with my life? And I thought about it, and I couldn't think of a whole lot. But now that I streaming is like the thing that I'm most proud of in my life. It's like the biggest thing for me. Like, you know, some people are like great at like, I don't know, mate, like, you know, sports and, you know, DJing and like, and I was kind of like, I was kind of like, what have I got? I haven't really, like, there's nothing unique to me. And then it's like, but now it's like gaming was always my thing. So now streaming is like kind of becoming my thing. Do you know what I mean? So it has helped me out a lot. It's helped me out so much. See, just, you know.
That's why I love DJing, bro, because that's another therapy for me as well. It really is. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen me on the radio, but I'm just a different person, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my music. And the amount of time and effort that goes into sorting music out as well. It's stressful, bro. It's so stressful, but it's good. And music creates a happy vibe for people as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, music is a therapy in itself to everyone.
Mm.
Like, my therapy is DJing and streaming. Your therapy is streaming and something else. You know, music's definitely in there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? 100%. So, you know, it's I got to get my legs off camera because everyone's like, Bamg's legs.
You know,
it's
I know
it's one of those, isn't it,
mate? You know what? Going back to us being long lost brothers, when we were talking about mental health a second ago, I swear to God, you were basically saying everything that I always say to people.
Sorry, Ash has just got a very solid point about the radio. You've ever seen me on the radio?
Yeah. Ash likes to think he's clever. He likes to think it.
I DJ on a radio station that you stream through a camera as well. All right, just clarify.
Yeah, cheers, Ash. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Ash.
Everyone's mental health is different, and everyone copes with it in their own way. But I swear to God, when you said it, it's the exact same thing that I say. I don't take tablets or anything, and I don't want to. That's my thing. I don't.
Yeah.
The way I deal with it is on my own. I like to deal with it on my own. I don't, and there's the whole, when it comes to mental health, there's the whole, they have the whole campaign, like, it's okay not to be okay, and there's people to talk to, and that's great. I'm glad that, like, people are getting the help they need and stuff, but I would never do that. For me, like, it's something like I have to do on my own because I feel like I have to, not in a bad way, not that I feel like there aren't people there for me, but I just want to do it for me. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, when you said it, like, oh yeah, I don't take tablets, and I was thinking, fucking, we are definitely brothers here. But
I'm joining this little neo-nuke PointyChin group, man.
Yeah,
I think us three. Man, I'm looking forward to Comic-Con, bro.
To Comic-Con? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to Comic-Con. I'm going to dress up like, I don't know.
Dress up like neo-nuke.
Yeah, sure, you'll dress up like neo-nuke. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
I've got.
I'll be dressing up like a girl though, right?
Oh, fucking
with
hell.
his wig.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Where do you? I've got a question that says, "Where do you see yourself in the future?" And I don't know how you want to answer that, but like, do you see yourself doing your full-time job, DJing and streaming? How long is that something you're planning on keeping up for the foreseeable future? Is there like a plan to switch some things around? Like how what do you think is going to happen for you, like next year, the year after, 5 years from now?
Well, I'm one, I want to be Elon Musk. I want to be that person who I want to be that, not literally, I don't want to be him. He's a bit of a funny looking guy, but I want to be that person who kind of has that power to change the world. And I say that as a very strong thing. Like, he's sending people to bloody Mars and stuff. I want to be that person. So I have a massive passion. You probably saw the stream last week. I have a massive passion in getting rid of homelessness. Because I think I'm sat here and I'm sat in front of probably in total about 9 grand's worth of stuff. Well, probably beasting a bit there, probably about 7-8 grand's worth of stuff if I think about it logically. And there's people out there, like the gentleman last week, he's a homeless guy, he had no trainers, so I said, come on, you come in with me. And I brought him a pair of trainers.
That is, let me just stop you for a second. That is actually something, and I saw it. I didn't catch it live, but I caught it just after the stream finished. So for those people that don't know, just go through that again. Just go through that again. What happened? Was it just after you finished work?
No. So I'd finished work and I'd gone to town centre. Because I needed to buy a belt.
And you were like streaming as you were walking around town, wouldn't it, or something?
No, well, I brought my belt.
Yeah.
And then as I was walking back to the car, I saw this gentleman, and it was a homeless guy, bless his heart. His name was Peter. And he was just sat there and he was minding his own business. And he had no trainers on. And I carried on walking, and I just shut my eyes and I just carried on walking. Thank God I didn't hit the blue post, because they would have hurt. But I just said to myself, he literally has nothing. Like, if I can give him something, then I have had a successful day. So, because I've got a massive passion, I just don't think homelessness should be a thing. Like, I've probably got a grand sat in my account, and there's always £1,000 in my account, and it always is, just in case things go wrong. That guy has nothing. So I turned around and I said, come on, let's go. And I asked him what his name was, and he said, oh, my name's Peter. I said, why you got no shoes on? He goes, I lost them. And it really touched me. So I started up a live stream because it wasn't for likes and it wasn't for, oh my God, that Bamg is amazing. Oh my God, you're so amazing for doing that to that person. Here's more stars. That's not why I've done it. And I know I've had trolls say it, but that is not why I've done it. I done it because I went live because I wanted people to see that people wake up in the morning and they moan about silly little things like, oh, like I do it. I'm not no angel. I do it. Oh, I got to go bloody work this morning. And that guy has nothing.
Mm.
So I went live to show, you know what? There's thousands of people that have walked past this guy and seen the fact he has no trainers on. And seen the fact he's probably been in them clothes for a few months. No one has bought him a pair of trainers. Like, that is absolutely disgusting. And I'll tell you what, I that's the reason why I went live, because I want people out there. It's what I mean about going back to being like Elon Musk. I want everyone out there, everyone who's watching this stream, you know, if you see a homeless person, you can always tell from, I know people will say, yeah, there's homeless people and there's people who are out there doing drink and there's people out there doing drugs. Don't just walk past them people. You know, oh, can I have some change, please? Just say, unfortunately not. But can you say, is there anything else I can help you? Do you want me to go and get you a coffee, or do you want me to go and get you a tea or a cheeseburger from McDonald's? Help that person out, because the only reason why they're turning to drink and they're turning to drugs, because they have nothing. They have nothing, you know? And like I was saying on the live stream, was people be more generous out there. Don't give people money. Help them out in other ways, you know, because money will just fund that problem what they've got. And they're not a scumbag because they do lots of drink. They're not a scumbag because they're doing drugs. It's actually their way of dealing with the situation they're in. So help them out in a different way. That's why I went live, because I want people to know, you know, I'm just, you know, your typical guy who loves his cars, loves music, and I absolutely adore streaming. And I went out my way to help a guy out. And, you know, like I was saying to my chat, you know, you don't have to thank me, because I just done what everyone else should have done. You know, he should have had 1,000 pairs of trainers sat in front of him. Does that make sense? Because everyone should have done that. Them trainers cost me like 15 quid. Like, even if that was my last 15 quid, I would have still got him them £15 trainers, because what I done there was I saw a homeless guy and I went, come with me, we're going to go and get you some trainers. So there, what I done was I changed his thought process, because he instantly thought, he's just sitting there and he's eating his sandwich out the bin, seriously. And he's just eating away. And if you put yourself in his brain right now, you're sat on a bench, you got nothing. And then someone comes over and says, oh, come on, I'm actually going to help you. And you accept that help. And some stranger brought you a pair of trainers, and some stranger brought you a couple of sandwiches and a couple of bottles of drink so you could crack on with your day, because he didn't actually want anything else. I asked him. And what that can actually do to someone is that can trigger something in the brain. I can't remember what it's called now. I did look it up, but it can trigger something in the brain. Like they like Peter could probably be living somewhere now. You don't know. I don't know. He could be living somewhere now, all cleaned up, got new clothes, slowly getting himself back to the norm, because his mind triggered when he sat there on his own, had nobody and nothing, and the stranger come up to him and said, I'm going to go and buy you some new trainers. Now, this is why I want people to go out there and just help people, even if it's something smaller. I gave him one of my chocolate bars, because I always buy 2 chocolate bars. And I gave him one of my chocolate bars, and like that, and getting him stuff that he actually needed could have triggered someone in his brain to think, you know what? I want to be that person helping me. I want to be that person helping someone that actually needs someone's help. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not saying throw millions of pounds into someone. Of course not. You know, just help them out in a little way. Just say, you know, if they're like, have you got any change? Not just ignore them. Don't just ignore them. Just say, unfortunately, I don't. But, you know, can I get you a coffee or can I get you a sandwich? Because that can trigger something in their brain. And like, I'm solid on homelessness, man. Like, I promise you now, I would, if someone said to me tomorrow, there's a home, we need some more money, we need $5,000 to fund a homeless shelter, I would sell all of my equipment. I swear to God, hand on my heart right now, all of my equipment would be sold for $5,000 and I'd fund that homeless shelter. So people had somewhere to stay. And I will get the money again. I'd sell my car to get back on the streaming again. Do you know what I mean? So I would bounce it along because I'm that type of person. I just think solidly about doing good stuff for people, man. And that's why I done that to that gentleman called Peter. I don't know where he is now, but I really hope he's been found and I hope he's getting himself sorted. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that answered your question. I'll rabbit it on for a bit.
Mate, that's fucking emotional stuff, mate. There was some tears I was holding back there. No bullshit. It's but that's what, when kind of going back to when I said, like, you know, like when I refuse to accept stars and donations because I know there are people out there in a worse situation than I have. Do you know what I mean? And it was like almost like a selfish reason for me, in the fact that I don't need help, but there are so many other people out there that do. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's kind of why still to this day, I still feel bad sometimes. Like, I can see people have sent me stars and stuff in today's stream.
Same here.
Shout out to all you guys, you legends. But deep down, I still feel bad because it's like that there are people out there that need it much more than I do, you know, and
it's like food, bro.
Yeah.
Don't waste your food, people. Yeah. Just cook what you need to eat, because you know what? There's people in Africa, man, who are genuinely starving, and you see that one chip or that one sausage or half a sausage you threw away. They'd really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, if you get what I'm saying. So going back to what you just said about, you know, there's people in worse situations. There really, really is. And I want to help. I want to be that person. If I can, like you said, in 5 to 10 years' time, if I can do something that where I want to be, there will be no homelessness in Northampton and beyond that. As far as I could possibly do it myself, I would do it. And that's where I want to be. Because I don't think no one deserves to be living on the streets. And I most certainly don't think there's anyone in this country. It's not a poor country. This country, there should not be people sat in the streets living under a damn box. There's no flipping way. So I don't swear. There's no way on this earth people should be homeless. I know some of them, I'm not saying all of it, some of them don't help themselves, but trust me, all you have to do is try. Them people who don't help themselves, do something, do a nice gesture. Like I said earlier, buy them a coffee, because you know what? That could change their thought process and they could actually get themselves sorted.
Do you think that, we kind of said about it earlier, do you think that when it comes to things like that, there is a bit, and this is, I don't know how this is going to sound, it might sound bad when I say it, but I kind of know what I'm trying to say. Do you feel like there is a bit of a selfish reason behind these sort of things? Like, for example, do you think that you wanted to help him to make yourself feel good, if that makes sense? Like, I'm trying to think how I would word it. Like, there is, I feel like with these sort of things, there is sometimes a reason behind it, that even though we have more than some people have, do you feel like, you know, you do it because it does help you feel better about life? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do it. I don't.
It's hard. Like, I'm not like, I don't know how to explain it, but not like. No, I know exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Not like you're doing it because, you know, but like when it comes to things like this, it gives you a good feeling, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes in life, you know, especially when we're going through shit things, sometimes we chase that feeling. Sometimes we really want to feel better about ourselves. Do you reckon Like, do you reckon that maybe because, you know, you've been through certain things in your life or whatever, and you want to be able to feel better about helping that person? Do you know what I mean?
Personally, I don't know if this answers your question or not. Sorry, I'm rubbish.
Sorry.
I done that because he needed help.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do it for me to feel better, because I was having a good morning anyway, because I brought the belt I've wanted for a long time. I done it because I shut my eyes when I walked past Peter, that homeless guy, for a reason, and I don't know what. And like, I don't believe in anything. Like, I don't like, you know, I'm not against anyone who does, but I don't believe in any gods or anything like that. I'm very, you know, we won't go into it because that'll just cause loads of drama.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very myself, and I choose my own path type thing. So when I walked past him, I kind of shut my eyes and I just thought, if I go home, and like, loads of stuff went through my mind, like, this guy could cut his feet. This guy is not going to go to the doctors and get his feet sorted. So he's definitely going to get an infection. He could lose his feet. Then he's going to really be fucked, basically. You know what I mean? So I just thought, you know what? I can help this guy out, man. And I'm going to help this guy out, because not because I can, because I'm very, you know, because I had money that day, or whatever. I don't know if this is going off course, but I didn't want to feel better about myself. I just think, you know, someone presented themselves to me. Well, not really presented himself to me, because he was just sat there minding his own business. But I felt like that situation was there for me to deal with. Like, I couldn't just walk past him and think, yeah, you know, drive home in my, you know, really awesome car I got, you know, and just see that poor guy sit there for another God knows how long without no trainers on. I just felt, you know, he's sat there for a reason, and I'm walking past at this exact time, and there's money in my bank because of this reason. Okay. Let's go and sort him out. Let's go and help him out. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Do you believe in fate, that everything happens for a reason?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, so that, I mean, mate, I massively do. But you know, if you believe that you and him cross paths at that exact moment in time for that to happen, you know, it's fate. It's fate. You were fated to help him to, you know, be in a better position. I think 100%.
Yeah, it was nice. I did feel a bit good in myself.
You
afterwards.
do. The thing is, you do. Going back to Neo again, this whole thing. Neo might as well be here. Neo, when I was speaking to Neo,
he can get just down here.
Yeah.
Like, we'll set up a little area around here, or
he. I was watching his stream, and when I was saying about the only time I've ever cried on stream, and it was when Neo sent me 20,000 stars, and it's the most stars I've ever got in one go. Do you know what I mean? And I couldn't believe it, and I just started crying because I didn't know what else to do, you know, because it goes back to that thing, like, you know, there are people out there homeless with no shoes, and you've just given me 20,000 stars just like that, like, no questions asked. And the emotion was like really, really high. And then I ended my stream and I went into his stream afterwards, and I was speaking to him about it, and he was like, I did that because you deserve it, but also, and this is what I was saying to you about a minute ago, he was like, I did it for a very selfish reason as well, in the fact that I've not been feeling good about myself recently, and I want to be able to do something good for someone else to make me feel better. So that's kind of what I was trying to get at, you know, like, he did that because he thought I deserved it, but also because he really wanted to put himself in a better position, like, about how he felt that day, you know. And it's the same sort of thing for me this month. The month of May, I'm giving all of the supporter money, all of our donation money, and all of our star money to charity. for the whole month, because I sort of, you know, so many people do charity streams, so many streamers do charity streams, and that's amazing. You know, it's great.
Yeah.
And I wanted, the worry for me was I didn't want to do a charity stream and not raise anything. Like, so I thought if I take the whole month, you know, and put all of the star money, all the money from supporters, all the money from donations, and give it to charity, for me, there is kind of a selfish reason behind that, because it's like, you know, I want to feel like I've helped someone, because I know, you know, I know that then if I've helped them, I'll feel better about myself, like I've contributed something. So there is, like, for me, it's like, you know, there is a selfish reason behind it, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Because I want to feel like I'm doing good things, like I'm making a difference to someone, you know. So
we're too alike, man.
Yeah,
it's quite scary.
It's it is what it is. I'm just looking. I'm pretty much out of questions. I've got a few quick fire questions, which are like yes or no questions. That's all the 20 main questions we had wrote down. Yeah. And then I've got some quick fire questions, which are really, really straightforward. And then if anyone has got any questions in the chat they want to ask of anything I haven't covered, just put those in there and I will try and see if we can get an answer. Some of them, I've seen questions pop up and it's some of the things we've already covered. Like I had someone ask if you stream full time, but we went over your streaming, the DJing, your full-time job. So I won't ask that again. But if anyone has got any questions in my chat, I don't know if you're going to get any in yours. You might do.
Guys, if you got any questions, fire away, man.
After these quick fire questions, mate, you know, I'm all ears for anything else you want to talk about or they want to ask or whatever.
So I saw someone comment in your stream.
Yeah.
If people go into your voice channel in general and then pop in the chat, ask the question, and then we kick them out of the chat, and then do it that way. I don't know if people will do that.
I don't know if people would, because then it means they'd have to join the Discord.
Yeah.
And the other thing I've noticed is you can never kind of trust what some people say. I've had some people say some dodgy things over streams. So I find it easier when it's in the chat.
Don't let Ash in here. Don't let
Ash in here. Don't fucking get that guy out. Quick fire questions. I've got about 10 of them. All right. So just like yes or no, one or the other, and we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
And we kind of went over some of these again yesterday. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
No? Don't like pineapple on pizza? No, all right. Scrap it.
I don't mind it, but nah.
Favourite food?
Blue Stilton cheese.
Oh, okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Always. I love, you know, nothing against cats, but, you know, dogs are the one. Ketchup or mayo?
Oh, mate, you can't put that at me,
You got to, mate. It's whichever one, you know, whichever one you pick, the other one doesn't exist.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's got to be, mate. I like both, mate, but I live on mayonnaise. Favourite colour?
Orange.
Yeah?
Well,
like a bright orange?
No. It used to be yellow.
Okay.
I'm really tied between red and orange because I really like them both. Like, I really like red and I really like orange.
So what we saying?
Yeah. Red.
All right.
Even though my colour is orange. I'm orange.
Mate, you could make another hoodie, get a red one, get a limited edition one.
Yeah. I'm just going to hide that off the camera.
This is quite a strange but interesting one. How many pillows do you sleep with?
Well, I put up with a couple of pillows for like a month. For like a couple of days, and the missus will rip all the sheets off, and then she'll move her pillows onto mine pillows onto hers. So I normally sleep with 2 pillows, but they've got 2 pillows in them.
Okay,
so I might as well sleep
so
up
they're
like this.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I normally throw one lot off.
Hmm.
So I've just on a nice flat if I got a bad back. But yeah, mainly 2.
Favorite film?
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, mate, what a film though. What a film.
Emotion.
Jesus.
Gets me emotion.
It's like,
there's so many good films I can name.
There are loads.
Oh.
Mate, you know what? It's like how many times I watched Saving Private Ryan before I realised Vin Diesel was in it. He's the guy that gets shot and he gets sniped by the guy in the tower, but it's like it just doesn't even look like him, mate. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Hawaii.
Yeah, that's like the dream destination.
Oh yeah.
You ever been?
No, I do want to go. I do want to go.
Plans to go at some point?
Yeah, in the next few years, definitely. I'll take probably. I'll actually want to save it for like when me and Sarah get married.
Yeah. What, honeymoon sort of thing?
Like a honeymoon, but we'll have the kids with us as well. Like.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine.
And I'll just make sure it's not hurricane season when we go.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that.
No, it gets bad there.
What is the longest amount of time you've gone without sleeping?
You want to know?
Do I?
8 days.
Fucking hell. 8 days? 8 days? What the fuck were you doing for 8 days?
I can't go too far into it, but I was doing...
You were the second shooter on the grassy knoll.
Went out this time in Vietnam. No, I was doing SAS training. That's all I can say.
Okay. Right. Just write a note. No questions on assassinations. Fine. Favorite number? You got a favorite number?
69. Let me see it. Oh shit! I pulled the headphones out. Can I see a 69 sticker in the chat, please? Let's get it.
Last one I've got. PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
definitely. Mate. PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
We were brothers till then.
That's all my questions actually. So, but I've got a question from Ash. Fucking hang on. No, it says if you could travel to one or the other, would you go to the future or to the past?
I'd go to the past. Do you want to know why?
Go on.
Because I would have never have let slavery happen.
Okay.
I never would have let racism happen.
Mm.
And I would have made sure today would have been different. Like, not my situation right now, but I would have made sure that going back to the homeless thing, things would have been completely different. Definitely. I don't want to know what the future is. I'll get there one day. But you can't go back to the past. So if I had one wish, I'd go to the past. Definitely.
I'm just looking.
Oh, Preston's saying Hawaii rarely gets hurricanes. I didn't know that. I thought they were quite bad there for them.
I'm not sure. I'm just look. Ash has just said that he's going to ask a question. I asked one, but you probably won't read it, so I might ask in Bamg's stream. I don't know if that's the same one that I've literally just asked. I'm not sure. He hasn't said anything else. So I don't know if he's going to ask one in yours. Has anyone in yours got any other questions or anything else they want us to talk about?
Danny Kitchen says, when's the next Bamg and Pointy and followers convoy on Euro?
Never. Probably never, mate. Probably never.
I'm not a fan of Euro no more.
Me and Danny used to play.
I've got mega quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Danny used to play Euro Truck Sim. I've still got screenshots of our trucks like next to each other and stuff.
Oh, no way.
But I kind of fell out with Euro Truck Sim. I find the game boring. To put it completely honest.
So do I. That's why I don't play it.
the game is brilliant. Like, the customization on the game is like second to none. It's like, it's amazing. You know how you can do things on there is so like just amazing, just amazing. Some of the trucks and the skins I've got, super amazing. But the game has zero challenge to it, in my opinion. It's just like, see where SnowRunner, I can play it like flat out because every time I play it, it's different. Do you know what I mean? There's different environments, there's different terrains, different weather. I have to think about the tire. It's like, I like thinking when it comes to games. I like using my head, so it's like I have to think about the tires.
Same, yeah.
I have to think about the suspension. What truck's going to do what? Am I going to have enough fuel to get from here to there? If not, what am I going to have to take? And I like thinking. But Euro Truck Sim, it's just like straight lines back and forth. Going, and I was just I got bored like very quickly.
I have a few questions up in here.
Go on.
What do you see as the Bamg future of streaming that could lead to bigger things?
All right.
I'm hoping I get bigger and bigger. So you know what? I'm hoping I get to a point where I get offered to like these gaming festival things. So when they say, right, next up on stage to talk is Bamg, who's a Facebook gaming content creator. And then up there, I can influence up and coming streamers to be a face of the World Wide Web on a streaming platform, to show people, basically following my footsteps and show them, the positive things about it and ways to become the best at it. And if that makes sense, as in to like help people. And I would love to stand on a stage and everyone be like, oh my god, Bamg, not famous, like I don't want to be famous, but I want to be able to you stand up in front of a lot of people and say, you know what, do it and be yourself, man. You know what I mean? And that's where I think I'd like to get to, where people will actually listen to me because they look up to me. You know what I mean? Because I've got a little streamer, big shout out to the Bailey family. His name's Riley, and he's only young, bless him, but we play COD a lot. And I always ask, is Riley coming on? Because the whole family comes in, the whole family support me. The whole family come in and watch my stream together, like under their own names, and it's really, really, really nice. So hashtag to the Bailey family, and that little Riley, he looks up to me as a streamer, and I can see that, I can sense that, and he's actually going to be setting his own one up when he's old enough. So if I can help him and make him good at it, well, not you're just who you are when you're gaming, but I mean, like, get him successful at it. And that's where I'm lying, man. That's where I'm at. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with stuff like that. Just helping people, man. That's what I'm about. I love it.
I fucking love you.
I fucking love you, sausage.
I've got, mate. I've got one of my friends. All of her kids are into gaming. And they love the fact that I stream, but her daughter, I'm probably, out of all of her kids, her daughter is probably the one I'm closest to, and she loves Fortnite, like she loves it. And when I see her, we always talk about gaming and stuff. Like things like when I signed my contract with Sneak.
GG's on that, by the way, brother. Nice one, man.
Big love, mate. When I signed the contract with Sneak, and they kind of already knew about it, and like she's I don't even know how old she is now. She must be like, I don't know, 10, 11, but she was like so chuffed, and like she was like, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to be a streamer, and I'm just like, mate, it's like the cutest thing in the world, mate, because she'd be so good. She'd be such a good streamer. She's like so genuine, so nice. And I've said the same thing to my friend, her mum. When the time comes, when she's like old enough, I would love to sort of help Not like, you know, she can do whatever she wants, but it's about like the experience,
setting it up and the experience.
Do you know,
share with her what you've gone through.
Because I don't know, but when you first started, I don't know what it was like, but when I first started, like, I didn't have anyone to help me. I had to do everything on my own, and that's not like a sob story. I'm glad that that's how it was, because that's how I learned. You know, you don't necessarily always learn by people just handing you things.
No, exactly.
But it's like there are things, you know, that I know I could have done better. There are things that I messed up, and it's just like, if I can sort of help other people, and I try to, you know, I'm all for that. I'm all for the next generation of PointyChins and Bamgs, you know.
Yeah, boy. So the same as my boss at my day job. He his daughter, he said to me, you know, you do streaming and stuff. I was like, yeah. So can you help my daughter just set up a YouTube channel? I was like, yeah. So I went into the office and I sorted her a logo out, sorted her YouTube channel out. I also posted her link all over my page and said, guys, go and follow it. You know what? Out of 5,500 followers, a few hundred people, it's to a channel, and I tell you what, she started crying. She was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And her my boss said to me, you know, and she basically she does reactions to TikTok videos, you know, like now I'll be sat here watching.
Yeah,
but
I've seen them.
You over there, you're gonna be doing the TikTok.
Yeah.
So she does that, and she said, "Can you help me edit it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I haven't done one yet, but I will be helping her edit videos and stuff like that. You know, you're giving that younger generation something to look forward to, because I've learned so much about algorithms. And like my daughter Phoebe, she's on TikTok, and I said to her, "Listen, this is what you need to do to get into an algorithm. Consistency at the same times of the day, you'll get into an algorithm." You know what? She posted for a week, every single day, several videos a day on TikTok. She got into an algorithm. She's done 1,000 followers in a week.
Nice.
And she stopped. She dropped out the algorithm. So I've had a pop at her again. Well, not a pop, but I said, "Listen, come on, girlfriend. You keep doing your TikToks," because she's bloody good at it and she enjoys it. I was like, "I want you to become an influencer, because that'll be your career. You'll be an influencer." And she's so driven. She's so good at making things. Some of the stuff she comes out when she really has a conversation with you, just like, there's no way on this earth you're your age you are. You've been here before. And I'm really pushing her to get there. I think it's really cool, man. I've got a few questions on it. I'll ask you them if you want.
Mate, go for it. I don't really understand. I've got one from Donald that says, "Ask Bamg how's the game. He will find it funny."
Yeah, but you're a troll, man. You are a troll, Donald.
I've got one, and I don't know if you want to answer this one. Someone asked what bus company you work for. I don't know if you want to go into that or not.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah. I work for a company called Pointers Coaches.
Okay.
Poynters, Pointers Coaches. So my boss name is Dom, and he's an absolute legend, by the way. He does watch my stream sometimes. So yeah, if you are watching, boss man, you're a legend.
Legend.
Like, he actually is an absolute legend. Like, he really, really is. You know,
I've seen him in your streams. I think I've seen him in your streams before.
Yeah. Like, he is fucking legend.
He's the one.
He really is. I want to shout out to Ash quickly. Ash Robbins.
God.
He's an absolute beast, mate. He's coming. He's dropped 100 stars, and he said, "Amazing getting to know you, bro, and thank you for being so open and genuine. Absolute massive love to you. Such a genuine, nice guy. Changed my thought process on the homeless." It started already, Pointy.
It started, mate. You're already the influencer in your house. Big
love for that, Ashton.
I had
big
James.
Love. I've been talking to you for too long. Big love.
James Irish Vader said something earlier about he said something like he was gutted that he wasn't here because he thinks you and him would get on really well. When you were talking about homelessness, and his and yours thought process, well, and mine is very much on the same wavelength, mate. You and him would get on really, really well.
Well, you know what? I'm well up for doing this again sometime in the future.
All right.
When we're both definitely like when we're up there, and like, and I hope me and Pointy and the other dudes. Oh, I forgot your name already. That's how bad my memory is. And Neo and Rooster streaming, and all the other streamers out there. I hope we can all, because we reach hundreds of thousands of people a week. We really do. As a whole, we reach hundreds of thousands of people, and we do help, and you guys help out us, and we help you out. And I've got questions popping up with like, I want to start streaming. How would I do it? Be yourself. Be yourself.
You can't be anyone else.
No, they're either going to like it or they're not. And you know what? If they don't like it, like if they don't like me, they could go over to this absolute gorgeous beast over here called Pointy, and they would love him. Do you know what I mean? So I think, streamers help streamers out. Like there is quite a lot of hostility in streaming, but with some streamers, but you just stay away from them and just stay with the positivity, man. Even your daughter has done well on TikToks. She's done all right, she Pip.
I've got a quick one that just says, if you had one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I thought you was going to say one wish then.
No.
Superpower.
Yeah, I don't know, like, would you be fucking super strong? I don't know, invisible? What are other superpowers, mate? I don't know.
I think it did just nearly roll off my tongue, but I just want to make sure I know how to say it properly. I'd probably be strong, like Superman.
Yeah.
Change
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People need your help. You're there.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And if I know I'm just adding to this now. If I had one wish only, it would so I don't know if you see my stream, but on that corner over there, so if you're looking at your phone bottom right, there's a little orange bow. Now that's Azalea, who's a young little girl, Ashley Kane's daughter. I don't know if you've all heard the story, but
oh yeah.
And if I had one wish, and that would literally be to get rid of cancer all in all, because it's just such a poisonous thing. Let's not get onto that because I will cry, man. That really upset me.
Things get emotional, mate. It happens. There was I literally, you know what? I've gone full Dory again. I literally had a question pop into my head, and I was like, "It's
me. I'm not."
No, mate. Listen, I don't need you here. I forget things 24/7. It popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be really good to ask." And then it kind of just went, "See ya," and just left. When you said about, there is sometimes there can be like hostility between like streamers and stuff. I'm fortunate enough to know so many streamers, most of them on Facebook, but I know streamers on YouTube and Twitch and stuff. And when it comes to streaming, like if someone asked you like where would they get started with streaming, there is no right and wrong way really to do streaming. There's only the way you want to do it. What I mean is like there's people stream for all sorts of different reasons. And I know a lot of good streamers, and I've been unfortunate enough to meet some bad streamers, but I know some streamers who see streaming very much as a competition. Like I've spoke to streamers that they are, and it's not that they're wrong. Do you know what I mean? But they're very much in the mindset of that we're all facing off. Every streamer is facing off against each other, and we've all got to kind of try and get one up on each other to stay on top and have the newest content and the best content. and like they never shout out at the streamers because they're like, no, I can't shout at that streamer because then if I lose my audience, they've got one up on me. And it's like, to me it's wrong, but it doesn't mean that it is wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because sure. I only know how to stream my way. I don't know how they do it, you know? Yeah. But I think when it comes to streaming, if you are scared to like mention another streamer because, you know, that you think they're doing a good job, you're scared of losing your like audience or whatever, then I just feel like, you know, maybe potentially, you know, you could do more. You know, you can maybe do more to keep your audience, and you shouldn't really punish other streamers for doing well. You know? Like,
no way.
The thing is, as a streamer, you can have the best content in the world, mate. You could be Stone Mountain 64 all day long, but if you don't know how to get your content out there, you're going to have the best content for no one to watch. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of streaming's like a lot of like networking and stuff involved, and the amount of time when people say to me like, oh, you know, I want to be a streamer, what do I have to do? I'm like, listen, you better have a lot of fucking spare time, mate, because Jesus.
It is tough,
and then
man.
some of them say to me, they're like, yeah, I don't really have much time, and I'm like, it ain't for you. Like, you can't do it.
It's like you can't. It's not going to fall on your lap like oh yeah, here's 1,000 followers. You know what I mean? It's not like that.
Last night I was up at 4 a.m. I didn't go to sleep till about 11 because I was up making thumbnails and overlays.
Yeah, you was. I can verify that because I was talking to him.
I usually go to sleep at 8 p.m. because I can get I don't get 8 hours of sleep. I fucking wish that would be if I had a superpower, mate.
I get about 5 or 6.
If I had a superpower, it would be to be able to just fall asleep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but then it's like, see, when it comes to streaming, the amount like I sacrifice sleep time to get things done because
it's mad. So do I. Bro.
Do you know?
Really
but it's like people think that, you know, it's when people see streams and they only see you when you're streaming, they don't see all the stuff that goes on behind that. So it's like, it's good to sort of talk about it sometimes because so that they get an insight. Like, people think that literally I went to work yesterday and that, you know, I came home and I chilled. I didn't know. Like I was saying to you the other day, I haven't got time to scratch my ass at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm either working, or if I'm not working, I get in the gym as much as possible because that going to the gym really helps my frame of mind. It's just it's the endorphins, mate. It just helps me think clearly. And then I sacrificed maybe 3 hours of sleep last night to get streaming stuff done off stream. And then because of that, I slept for maybe like 4.5 hours or something. And that's kind of how my week has been going. Like, not a lot of sleep, but like 24/7 putting in everything I can so that I can give people a better experience in stream. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like, there's so much.
It is a time eater, man.
It just goes. The time it's like 3 hours can pass, and you're just doing like stream maintenance stuff, making sure that you know your stream looks as good as it can. You've got like a new idea, so you want to try it out. Technical issues, something will go wrong. And one time my camera wouldn't pick up my green screen. It took me 3 hours off stream to get it to start working again. And it's just like 3 hours, mate, of my time just trying to get my green screen to pick up with my camera. And it's just like, they don't know about these things that happen sometimes in the background. All they see is, you know, when you're live and everything's coming together. They don't see about when shit goes completely wrong.
Stress.
Do you know what I mean?
Normally, my shit goes wrong when I'm streaming. I got a question from Mr. Wacko Gaming.
I'll go on.
He said, how do you cope with trolls? That is to the both of you. So I don't know about you, but I let them have their say and then see ya.
I ruin them. I just ruin people. Straight up. I don't. My thing is, I don't get a lot of trolls in my stream. Since I've been streaming in the past year, I've banned maybe 10 people maybe like 10 people are banned from my stream. I know streamers that ban that amount of people in one stream.
Oh yeah, I do.
Like,
it's crazy.
I think though, like, do you get a lot? Would you say you get a lot of people in your stream that are like trolling?
Not really. I have a bit of beef with a farming streamer,
right,
who just doesn't like the fact. It's like what you said. It's competition. I've come on and I've done well, and I'm sat quite high up on the table of farming. So he just doesn't like it, and he sends his boyfriends in to try and troll me all the time. But their comment stays up for about 3 seconds, and my mods are just like, "Pow!" Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just a sour type of person, man.
I don't know if it's maybe it's because of the way we are, because we're quite positive. Maybe people find it hard to give us shit. Do you know what I mean?
But like genuinely,
I've had a few. I had one guy come in. I was playing Apex Legends, and someone shared the stream to an Apex Legends group on Facebook, and I was playing, and this guy came in and he said, he was like, "Can you stop sharing your shitty stream to our group? Like, you're a fucking bot," and all this stuff. And I turned and I read it. And I was like, fucking hell, mate. Like, it's not my fault your mum had an affair with the milkman. Do you know what I mean? And I started just like, it's just one of those things, mate. I was just like, fucking hell. Like, you can't get that mad at me,
You know what? It's mad because sometimes, like, I'm pretty cool with them. But then my chat would tell you, I'm not very good at thinking quick. But there's been a couple of times the trolls come in, I'm just like, have that. And I've just dug them with a one-liner, and they just don't comment again.
You know what I found helps. I don't know what it's like in your stream. I have what is the word? Like, I've got on Facebook you can like blacklist words so that they can't be put in the chat. So I don't know if you use that. I basically, when I started streaming, when I started getting shit from people way back, I basically Googled a profanity list, like a filter list, because you can just copy and paste the whole list then into Facebook, and it will block out all of those words. You know, it's mostly like racial slurs and, you know, all sorts of like the bad shit people can say. You know, and then the only swear words you can really say in my chat is shit and fuck. That's it. You can't say anything else. Do you know what I mean? Anything else is off the table. Like, if you put it in, if you put the word in, the comment just doesn't go through. So I think I don't get a lot of shit off of trolls and stuff, because sometimes it's like I feel like they're trying to type like, fuck you fucking, and they start going off on one, and they spend ages typing the comment out, and they press enter, and Facebook just deletes it, and it just doesn't go through. So it's like, you know, when people and then it's like they have to try and troll me without using any swear words almost, and I feel like people just find it really hard. So that's a reason.
Not a bad shout, to be fair.
I don't know.
It's not a bad shout,
mate. I tell you what. Do you know who's just arrived in my chat?
I know, I can see. He is one hunky motherfucker.
The gaffer.
The gaffer.
He says he's gutted, he's missed it. But Neo, it'll be here, mate. You can always watch it back, you know. Yeah. Brett has been he's been amazing. He's been amazing. Also,
stop it.
Also, Brett, shout out to everyone. I've had so many people come over from your stream. I don't know how many new followers, but I can see several, mate. So
I respect that, guys, man. Hey, I've gained. Well, actually, Anthony, let me unmute my comments. Oh God, is it going to flood now?
I don't know. It might do.
Because last comment, the last mini feed I had was 9 hours ago, because I haven't actually turned it on. But I've had a few of your guys come in as well. I've had Alex, Ash, just to name a few, come in and follow and like the stream as well. So I really appreciate it. So yeah, Bamg squad, man. If none of you guys have headed over to PointyChin yet, please head over to PointyChin on Facebook and go and drop my man a follow, and make sure you whack his bell icon as well. Make sure you check him out when he's live.
And vice versa for anyone in my stream. Make sure you go and check Brett out. He's a good egg. He's a good egg.
He is. David said the best part of them ran down their mum's leg.
The what?
The best part of them ran down their mum's leg.
It clicked after a second. It clicked after a second.
What a champion.
But mate, it's you know what? Firstly, sorry because we've so ran over the time that
it's all good.
You wanted to
it's all good.
You know, we've been here for about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it was supposed to be like an hour less than that. So apologies for that.
Nah, you know what? I've actually enjoyed it. So second this is done, I'm gonna log off, and I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm gonna relax.
Good. You need it.
I think I'm actually gonna relax.
Good.
That's
what I tell you what. That's what I like to hear.
I think I'm actually gonna try and.
I think you've deserved it.
Relax my brain. Hey, we've had a good chat. To be fair,
we have, mate. We have. It's always good. I literally love doing this. It's my favourite type of content that I do. At the moment is just speaking to people, because some, there's never going to be a streamer that's had the exact same experience as another streamer. Everyone has like a different path to where they've got to. Do you know what I mean? It's always nice to see people's background, because there's no book, there's no guide to streaming.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? It is literally your way. You do things your way, and that's it. And it's just really nice to hear, how some of the like best content creators I've met have come, how that's come together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing, like, it's actually quite nice for my lot. Like, we've still got a few of them in here just chilling, and it's nice for them to get, like, it's like your guys there are knowing, they know you, and now they're getting to know another streamer.
Yeah.
And like every other week when you do it, the same as with my guys, like you guys, I probably say quite a lot, go and follow these streamers, follow that streamer, but you've never really, you just go over there, they're just playing, a game, and I'll drop them a follow, and you never really, like sometimes I don't really give people enough of my time because I've got to run away and go and watch the kids, or, you know what I mean? So it's quite nice for my lot to sit here and know a bit more about you as well. And the fact that we are really alike.
Yeah, it's fucking mad, isn't it?
That I need to come up to where you live, my man, and we go out for a pint or something.
Technically, it's come down because I'm way south of where you are, mate. But
oh yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yeah. The other thing, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol at all.
No, I don't. So I mean,
you don't?
Pint. No, I actually don't. I can't remember the last time I had a beer.
Gee,
it must have been years ago.
Listen, you are how much we're alike now is scaring me.
I'm not joking. I'll go and get Mrs. Bamg if you want. She'll tell you. Like, last time I had a beer was probably 2018.
Okay. The last time I had one was probably never.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking. I've never had one.
Oh, bro,
never.
That's incredible, man.
Never, no hangovers ever. Never drunk a single alcoholic beverage ever.
Oh wow, GG's to you, my man.
It's but it's just a life choice, mate. It's it's not for me. Although, completely off the subject, Neo has just told me he's going to rewatch this stream in the hot tub.
Oh yeah, can I watch? I mean,
yeah, you can. Just if you stop by his OnlyFans, it'll probably be on there.
Yeah, mate, I've got an OnlyFans. It's only about 3 million a month.
Okay.
But you get a lot of feet pics and
yeah. Mine is usually just photos of my chin. Mate, do you know what? I was actually speaking to the guy, basically like my sort of boss at Sneak, like all of the Sneak partners. We have like ambassador managers or something they're called, and I was speaking to him the other day because I renewed my contract with them yesterday, and
man,
mate, I was so happy. But
mate,
I renewed my contract.
I can't wait for that day if it ever comes.
Oh mate, it'll come. Listen, when they find you, you know what? I'll put in the good words. When they find you, they haven't got a choice, mate. They're gonna have to take you. I was speaking to him the other day, and I was like, "Listen, mate. I was like, if I put on and much more weight during lockdown, you're gonna have to change my Sneak code from PointyChin to double chin, mate, because fucking hell."
Hey, do it just for a laugh. Do it just for a laugh.
Just for banter. I wonder if I could just change it for like a month and then change it back. Oh god.
Big shout out to Matt Sisson, he followed you.
Big mate, I've got oh yeah, he did 4 minutes ago. Big love, mate. There's so many likes and stuff.
Mate,
and so
I've
many
just hit
stars.
103 fucking reactions, bro. I weren't even expecting that.
Mate, I've so many stars I'm looking at. So big love, guys. Thank you very much. I've got free VIP access to Bamg's OnlyFans. My content sorted for the next few years. That's what Neo just says.
Chat, look over here. Just don't let Pointy see. Sorry, I just I got my scroller. I got my little scroller, and it's that little hand.
Oh,
that
one. All right, you're like trying to pick my nose.
Your nose. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No,
no, big love, guys. I've missed so many stars and everything, but thank you to you guys. Big love.
Yeah, no, that was good.
But mate, yeah, I mean that's I think I've gone over everything I had written down. Been through all of that. We asked all of those. That's fine. Yeah, I have literally been through everything, mate.
I'll ask you one question.
Go for it, mate. Go for it. I'm here.
What you wearing?
What am I wearing?
I said to myself, I'm going to ask that once tonight. I'm going to ask you
wearing? I'm wearing a sneak hoodie. I've got my sneak hoodie on. I've got my
oh shit.
Listen, I've got my PointyChin top on underneath. Oh. Hang on. You see that?
Oh, I want to see a nipple, not
Well,
that.
You can't see the nipple. That's $5.99 a month for the nipple. You can kind of see.
Hey.
I got the PointyChin top on underneath.
Someone send me the link to Pointy's OnlyFans, please.
Yeah.
I was going to ask it just to try and be funny.
Cheers.
Nah, mate, it's been a pleasure, man.
It's been wicked, mate. Thanks for coming on and sharing everything. And there's nothing else left to say, but you're a legend. You keep doing good things. Keep the positive vibes in the world. Mate, just keep doing good things. I'm proud of you. You're doing well.
Fucking legend, man. I like Pointy. He's like the hardest person. You could never not like PointyChin.
I make it my business for people to find it really hard to not like me. There's like one streamer on Facebook I've ever fallen out with, and that's because they fucked up. Like, you can't not get on with me because I will do everything possible to get on with someone. Like, that's that's just how I do things. I will do whatever it takes to, within reason, to get on with someone, until they try and take the piss out of me, and then I'm out.
Get out of here, boy.
Yeah. So, but no, it's been wicked, mate. It's my chat. People in my chat are saying that they've loved it.
I'm glad. I'm getting loads of people saying big love to you as well. It's good stuff, man.
Always big love.
I got Matty Bailey, #Bailey family, saying crusty toenails, nice.
Oh, I tell you what, Matty Bailey. Yeah, I've just seen a like and follow from
GG's,
Matty. So big love. But yeah, mate. Unless there's anything else you want to go over, or if you want to just rush off and go to bed or whatever you're doing, mate, I'm easy because it's nearly it's 20 to 11. So if you want to go off and chill, or if there's anything you want to bring up, just
Danny Kitchen said he loves you.
I love him too.
We've got Andy saying Farmer Bamg, big up. Size 10 legend.
Neo said he wants to see my G string.
Oh yeah.
I've got like a proper Borat one.
No, you know what? Stay here a minute. I've got something to show you.
Go on then. Go on. I'm joking, guys. I haven't. I don't know where the hell he's going. You know what I didn't ask him about, guys? Whilst he's gone, I didn't ask him about where he's sat.
Hold up.
Where is he sat? Is he in a cupboard? Where is he?
So,
I'm gonna ask him in a sec.
Oh, I just had me balls. Fuck. Bruh. That wasn't very comfortable. I just dropped on the seat and I didn't move nothing out of the way.
Do you know what I completely forgot to ask you about? Whereabouts are you? Where in your like house are you streaming from? Are you in like the living room, or where are you in the spare bedroom, or whereabouts is it you're set up at?
I get nicknamed Harry Potter.
You in the cupboards?
I'm downstairs. This is my office, man. It's my little crib. So that's one side of the wall.
Yeah.
That's literally the other.
Oh, it's literally like, okay.
But I can get...
You can get everything you need in there.
I got a massive gaming computer. I got 3 big screens. I got everything I need in it. And it's nice. Because of my... Like, going back to what we was talking about earlier, my autism and stuff, and my mental health, these smaller areas are better for me.
Yeah, it just makes things easier.
But I am building an outhouse at the minute. So, you know, you was on about a G-string thing, yeah?
Right.
So very early on in my streaming career,
Mm.
someone asked me to put a mankini.
Right.
This was in November, Pointy.
Mm.
And they said, yeah, put it up there. And I said, I'm putting it up for 3 minutes. And I'll bet you don't buy it in that 3 minutes. So I put it up and I had a 3-minute clock. I'm not fucking putting it on either. Are you ready? They wanted me to wear it on my Christmas stream.
Jeez. What the is that fucking Rudolph, that, mate?
Look at that! I am not wearing that. No fucking way.
Listen, I tell you what, if we're as much alike as I think we are, your package ain't gonna fit in that. I know mine wouldn't, mate. Do you know what I mean? You ain't, you know, it runs in the family. You know, if we're brothers, mate, you ain't fitting in that thing. You know?
I got extra long shorts on just to...
It is what it is.
Shit.
Ask him if he wants to buy a landy. I got gifteds to buy. I've got gifteds to buy. What? I don't even know what that means, Neo. I'm not even sure what that means. True legend. Big love, Keith. Big love, mate.
For the cats and dog spammers. I couldn't wear it, man. Mate, I can't fit in it.
Mate, listen, if you ain't fitting in it, I ain't fitting in it, mate. How tall are you?
I'm 6'4", just literally shy of 6'5".
Fucking tall as fuck. Jesus, mate.
See, this camera makes me look really skinny.
I was thinking, fucking hell, but you know, Brett looks a bit small there. I wonder how tall he is. But mate, I'm 6'2", so you tower a little bit over me. Let's see how tall he looks when he stands back a bit.
That's the top of my door there.
Okay. Mate, if you're like 6 foot, mate, that's, you know, that's fucking tall, mate. I'll give you that. Only fans here at the moment. Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall, man. It's really annoying. So all of my sisters are short.
Mate, everyone else in my family, like I'm 6'2". My mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, they're all like 5'6". Not sure if my mum had an affair with the milkman or I don't know what happened, but
well, my mum and dad never have a TV, mate.
What? Say that again.
My mum and dad didn't have a TV.
Didn't have a TV?
Nah, I got 7 sisters and 5 brothers.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? But I'll give it off to my mum. She looks fantastic for her age. Absolutely fantastic.
All right.
She does. But fuck it hell.
That's a lot, mate. I got one brother, one sister. That's it.
She's trying to create a football league, mum. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. She wants her siblings to take over Facebook. just all the top content creators from the same family.
Yeah.
Jesus, mate.
Wowzers. But nah, I had another question as well pop up earlier.
Yeah, go for it.
Let me just find it. It was something about... someone asked, has Pointy got more people lined up to chat to?
Oh, always, mate. Always. Me and James are always looking for people to talk to. It's hard, it's hard because I've had people say to me like, oh, I'd love to come on, but I've kind of got to think about what would make the best content at the same time. Like, for example, there is no point me speaking to a streamer that's only been streaming for 2 months. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have been through the shit to got to the point you're at the moment that you know what you're talking about. There's no point me talking to like brand new streamers. People have said like, oh, you should, to get like an insight onto what it's like being a new streamer. But I know what that's like because, we've all had to do it ourselves. But Neo, I was speaking to Neo earlier. Neo's going to be on at some point.
That'd be sick. That'd be wicked.
This we try and do one. We do one every 2 weeks. We're not sure if we're going to keep it like that or try and do one weekly, but we try and do one every 2 weeks. So the other streamers we've done before this one, I don't know if you would have heard of either of them. Stunator was our first one. Do you know Stunator?
No.
No. How closely do you follow Nitro Luke?
Not much now. Not much now. No, I've got my own thoughts.
Did you?
Not much now.
Stunator and Nitro Luke had like a big thing. Where Nitro Luke accused him of stream sniping him during a customs match that I think Nitro Luke set it up. And he accused Stunator of stream sniping him, and I think he banned him.
Oh, wow.
And Stunator did like a whole video to prove he wasn't stream sniping. And like kind of just blew up overnight. Like overnight, the video he did got like 250,000 views. And he gained like several thousand followers overnight off of that one video.
Oh, wow.
So he, and he plays a lot of Call of Duty. Really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Beast Call of Duty player. Like, he's really good. So that was the first guy we did. And the second guy we did was Dave Saxon Gaming, which is someone I'm really close with. Well, me and James are both really close with, because we all sort of met when we first started streaming. And his story then again was completely different because he went from 0 to 50,000 followers in 3 months.
3 months.
In 3 months, like
how the fuck you do that?
And it got to the stage where he was gaining 1,000 new followers every single stream. I think he's up to about 80,000 or something now. He had to take some time off and stuff. But like his experience with streaming, mate, it's like a story. It's like there's so much to. He was the one I was telling you about. He got offered like a decent amount. He won't tell me. He never said exactly how much, but in his own words, he got offered a life-changing amount of money to play the game he played full time. And you're talking, Dave owns his own business that turns over like 40 grand a month. And Dave, I don't know how much money this was, but Dave said it was life-changing money for him. So it's like it goes to like it's like one extreme to the other, like things that me and you maybe will never know about in our whole streaming life, and he went through it so quick, gained followers so quick, sponsorships and everything. So then you get to hear about streaming from a completely different side that I might never know about. Do you know what I mean? Which is why I love doing this. I'm gonna get Neo on at some point. Me and James kind of go through lists of streamers that we think would be really good. I've got a lot of streamers wrote down that I would like to talk to. It's just a case of kind of reaching out and seeing if we can make it work. Yeah, because between me and James, we know a lot of people. It's just we've got to kind of pick which ones we think would be the best for this, So, but mate, you were pretty high on that list. You were pretty high on that list, and Neo's high on the list as well. And there's a lot of also,
man, I appreciate that.
Of course, mate. Also, there's a lot of streamers on there that like I don't personally know, but I know they would be great at this. Like we know of each other. There's like streamers that we know of each other. We know each other exist, and we've been into each other's streams like, you know, a couple of times. But I know like a lot about them from what I've been told, that I know they would be really good at this. But then it's just a case of reaching out and speaking to them and, you know, trying to work something out. But yeah, it's something me and James want to do for, you know, a long time. It's just, honestly, we love it. We just love speaking to people. So, you know, I've had several people message me with like recommendations and stuff as well, mate. We take recommendations from people. So yeah, you know, but it's just, I don't want people to feel bad if like we don't pick them. Do you know what I mean? It's just
it's one of those, if 1,000 people come to you,
it's like we
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nothing personal to the people that we don't pick, or maybe we will say, because like there are streamers I know that say to me things like you all right?
Sorry.
That's all right.
One of my followers, Pip, just said, "PointyChin, can you interview these people that are in hot tubs and do no gaming?"
Oh, fucking hell. Mate, it's
not going into that. Jeez.
It's not out of the question. Do you know what I mean? It's not out of... Because the thing is, what I'm trying to do is show you things from different perspectives. You know, people... The thing with the whole hot tub streamers thing is like 99% of people give them shit. Do you know what I mean? Because they are, in a way...
Look at me, look at...
Yeah. But if you flip it around, actually, there's a reason they're doing these things. They're being allowed to do it. And if you think those streamers are not making money, you are seriously wrong. You are seriously wrong. Same with like, you know, same with like when people like, I don't know, mate. The same with like fucking like, if we said about it, same with like OnlyFans. Like when people look down on people that have OnlyFans. I was on TikTok the other day scrolling through things, and you know, have you got TikTok, Brett? Have you got TikTok?
I've got a TikToker, yeah.
And you know, there are those videos where like people reply to comments left on their previous videos.
Yeah.
And there was this one girl that had OnlyFans, right? And she did this video to reply to this comment, and this got me. This got me, mate. And the comment she replied to said, "Why can't you just work a regular 9 to 5 job rather than humiliating yourself for money?" And she literally did this video, and it said, "Well, two," and she literally goes like this, holding her phone. She was like, "Well, two things really. One, I never liked working 9 to 5. You know, I like to be in control of my life. And two, if I work a 9 to 5, I don't have 10,000 people paying me £30 a month." And I was like, "What? You telling me you make 300 fucking grand a month? Mate, get me on OnlyFans now. I will make one, mate. If you think 300 grand a month, and you think like the average living wage is like 25 to 30 grand, so she makes 10 times more than the average person does in a year in 1 month, and people are giving her shit for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at future millionaires there. Do you think they care what you're saying? They don't. They're going to do that, look after their family, and take care of their own, mate. Just like we're all trying to do, but they're doing it in the only way that is going to work. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's the same with the hot tub streamers, mate. They're making money.
There's a hot tub streamer called Save a Princess, right? And I used to follow because she's a really, really good streamer. Like, her content was awesome. She played the games I liked as well. Done some funny shit on there as well. She started doing hot tub streams, like, so I don't follow her no more because I don't believe doing that on a gaming page is the right thing. And I think Facebook should be pulling their finger out their butt and sorting it out. But she put on her Instagram a few weeks ago, she done 3 hot tub streams and just shy of 98 grand.
And mate, you know, you're talking like the average person, that's going to take 4 years or something. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, people are like, "Well, I don't understand why hot tub streams are a thing." And I'm like, really? How? Like, I could pay off my house in a month or something. Like, come on, mate. Someone said I should do mine in the hot tub. You should, Neo. I'd pay to see it. I'm just throwing that out there.
I would.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, mate. What I try not to judge people, even like when it comes to those things. It's got nothing to do with me anyway, because it's got like they're them and I'm me. What they do with their content, their channel is up to them. It's nothing to even do with me. It doesn't even come on my radar. But it is what it is, mate. It's like people will do what they feel is right. But I'm not. Listen, if like I'm not against interviewing like a hot tub streamer, because I think it would just be amazing to speak to someone about it and understand like the whole background to that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't take the piss out of him or anything, because it's like I'd probably just come across as jealous anyway. Maybe I am. I want to earn 98 grand in 3 streams.
Yeah, exactly.
But I definitely am not.
I'm looking at your stream and I'm just sat there like,
yeah. So mate. But it's just at the moment we're kind of just doing Facebook content creators. I don't know if we'll ever reach out to like Twitch and YouTube content creators, and maybe one day like other sort of content creators, maybe not streamers, maybe people that just do videos. Me and James haven't got it all planned out yet, but for sure we are going to be interviewing other Facebook streamers. We love it.
Awesome,
we love it, mate.
I'll be watching more, man. I think this is it's a good thing you're doing, Pointy.
I try, mate. I try.
No, you don't need to, mate. You just flow.
Cheers.
What do you reckon, chat? Should we all go over to Pointy's stream and go and drop my man with a hashtag Pointy? No, hashtag double chin.
Actually, yeah, that could fucking double, triple, fucking whatever you want.
Oh no! On a serious note, though, man. Cheers, brother.
Of course, mate.
I'm gonna watch this back.
Mate, you should. And then the other ones, the other ones we did, are good. The one we did with Dave was a bit weird, because he had issues with his Discord. He had like a lag with his Discord, so his mouth and it's like there was a delay between the words coming out and actually coming over the stream to when he was talking. But if you listen to what he's saying, his experience with streaming is like amazing. He got to...
Yeah.
We even spoke about, like, he got Facebook partner, and then Facebook took the partner status back off him. And, like, we went through all of that, and it's just, like, things you don't think about. Do you know what I mean? It's just amazing to hear what people have got to say sometimes.
Yeah, man.
So, but, mate, listen, unless there's anything else, I'm going to let you go off and chill. Because...
you know what? I say I'm going to go and chill. I keep seeing... one of my moderators, Scott, playing Ark, and I need to do something on that.
You want to go? Oh, and then you just not sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, the typical. To be fair, I need to build a house on there because I want to stream it, but I'm not streaming it from just a bare person. You know what I mean? I need to have a house ready. So, yeah, it is stream related.
Yeah, well, everything is these days, mate.
Yeah.
I've actually got people in my chat hashtagging double chin as well.
I see it. Yes. Big shout out to you.
It is what it is, mate. People say, you know what people say to me? They're like, yeah, but you haven't even got a pointy chin. And I'm like, listen, mate.
No, you haven't. Hey, I said that to you. Can you remember?
Listen, mate. Listen, this beard hides it well.
I had to shave mine off.
We are talking full scale fucking Johnny Bravo chin. We're talking here, mate.
Mate,
we're like,
oh, Johnny Bravo, that brings back some memories.
It can, it's like the whole jaw just sticks out. But
still beautiful.
It is what it is what it is, mate.
Neo, hashtag tension.
He's a fucker, isn't he?
Oh, right then, brother. I'll love you and leave you there.
All right, mate.
Everyone, man, please head over to PointyChin and go and drop him some sugar, because he is a legend, man, and he's gonna go far with this. And you know what? I want you guys to follow this journey, like, along with me as well, because I'm going to be following this journey that Pointy's on. And I think it'll be nice for you guys to head over there and watch the love as well. My daughter's crying. Shit. Wait 1 second.
No worries, mate.
Isabella, I'll be back spooling her eyes out. Sorry, guys.
No, all good, mate. Look at him go. He's fast as fuck, boy.
I'm
fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some.
Come get some. I love that.
You have any idea
how fast I really am. Big Lev, guys. Thank you. Is it fucking replaying itself? No, it's gone. Thank you for all the likes and all the new follows and all the shares and everything. Everyone that's came over from Bamg's sides. Big love to you guys. And make sure you guys go over and check Bamg out. Like, he's a really genuine guy, really nice streamer.
I want you to all meet.
Here we go.
This little gremlin.
Make sure you go over there and check him out. He's
crying because she's cold, but not actually got a top done up. That's why you're cold, Isabella. So let's just do it one button up. And I want you to say hello to one of Daddy's friends. Okay, his name is Alex. Cutie. But he's a streamer like Daddy. And his name is PointyChin. Does he look like he's got a pointy chin? She just nodded.
Did she?
Has he got a pointy chin? Are you okay? Yeah. So here's my world here. Or one of them.
Oh, mate.
What's your name? I can't hear you, baby. What's your full name? You want me to do that one up for you? It's a nice and warm in here for you. Do you love Daddy? Who's your superhero? Me.
Mate,
Say hello.
I tell you the other thing with streaming, I get boiling. I don't know about you. It might be the ring lights, maybe. I just get absolutely sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating because my computer's there.
It's also
the bottom part of the stairs, and
I need to get aircon in here. That's what I need.
Oh, I've got one down there. It's spraying on my feet right now, and it's freezing. It's nice. It keeps me. What's going on with this wig? What is going on with his hair, kid? Have you had fun? Say hello. Are you going to say hello? Hello. Hello. It's me. It's me. It's my daddy. This is my nose.
Oh, mate.
This is the microphone. This is the steering wheel.
I didn't know your daughter was Italian.
You're all right. Oh, you got Mrs. Bamg there as well.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're on 2 streams here, babe. Well, hi there. Oh, you got
the whole clan is showing up now. Everyone's showing up.
This is my other daughter, Phoebe. Phoebe, 9 going on 50.
9 going on 50. And so that's the one with the TikTok.
Yeah, this is the one with the TikTok I was telling you about.
Let me let me load my TikTok out. What's her name on?
What's your TikTok, Squidge? Right, she's got a load of her phone now. Are you all right, Bobo?
Hang on, I'll check her out. Make sure you guys check her out as well.
Yeah, guys, go and hit her up with a follow, man. She's starting it all off, and she's doing quite well on it, ain't you, baby? You all right, Isabella? Oh. Yeah, you need to keep posting to get back in the algorithm, don't you? Right, pass it in. So it's this one.
What is that?
Can you see that?
Was it 2706? Is that what
so 2706.
Yep.
11.
Yep.
B triple E.
Yep.
BS.
My name is Isabella. My name is Isabella, and this is my tummy.
Oh, yeah.
And I love my tummy.
Right, yeah, I got it.
She's been drinking tea and Marriott like that out of a wine glass.
God.
I'll stop drinking it an hour and a half.
I've been feeling cry.
Bella, we need dancing.
Just
Yeah. Zombies are not real.
It's like when you go on about.
All right.
When you go on about.
Right, don't let you go because Daddy's got to close his stream down. Fluffy. This is Mrs. Bamg. This is a rarity, man.
Bloody hell.
Everyone in my chat's like, John! Because I call her John.
Guns? I thought, no, better. Why would they have guns?
Guns are not real, are they? No, they're pretend. And so zombies are pretend. Do you want Pointy to say hello to you? No.
No. I don't blame her. So I don't know how I get a whole stream of people to say hello to me sometimes, to be honest.
I'm not wearing it. I'm not going that kinky tonight.
Right. Yeah.
Right, we're going to let you go. Let me throw this one away. Come here. Right, say bye-bye to everyone.
Bye.
Say bye, Bamg Squad. Bye, PointyChin. You are a grumpy one. You should be actually in bed. Babe, you're going to have to try and get this child. This is how tight it is, isn't it? Oh. Right, go.
Right, yeah, I've got it. I think I've got the right TikTok. 270611 Beebs.
Beebs.
Is that... So is that a date of birth then, the start bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So right. The 27th of June 2011.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Matt wants to ask one question before I go.
All right.
He said, "Quick question for Pointy. How long have you been streaming in general?"
Oh bloody hell, mate! I've been on Facebook since the beginning of April last year. So, about 30 months. But before that, I streamed on and off on Twitch for a few years. More than streaming, I would do a lot of creating content, a lot of videos. Because I never had the facilities to stream. I never had good internet or a computer to stream through or anything like that. But I was streaming on Twitch back in 2014, 2015, on and off, playing I used to play a lot of competitive Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know if you've ever played Rainbow Six Siege.
No.
But some of the biggest sort of gaming achievements, I would say, when Rainbow Six Siege is like a tactical 5v5 game. And I was, as far as I know, I could be completely wrong, I was one of the first people when the game came out to pull off a 1v5 situation smoothly. And Ubisoft and Rainbow Six actually tweeted out my video. And it's my phone, I remember that day my phone went off. Every notification, every retweet, every comment, my phone would not stop going off. I had to turn the fucking thing off.
Jesus, dude.
That was back when I used to stream on Twitch. And Battlefield as well. Battlefield tweeted out my score once because I went insane on a game once. My best friend Josh said to me one day, he goes, "Mate, I'm better than you are at Battlefield." And I was like, "Are you sure, mate?" And he was like, yeah. He's like, "Let's go into a game." And I was like, all right. We went into this game, mate. I think he came out of it's 32 on 32 people fighting in multiplayer. And I think he came I don't know, 13th or something on our team. I came first. He had I don't know, he had 40 kills and 30 deaths. And I had something 140 kills and 26 deaths or something. I went off, mate. I used to beast Battlefield. But this was back when I used to stream on Twitch. It was just I was because I could only stream direct from my PlayStation. I didn't have streaming equipment. You can stream to Twitch just direct through the console. And I had a crappy camera. And it's my streams never went well. No one ever really stopped by, but I was putting out good content. But it goes back to that same thing we said earlier. You can have the best content, but if you don't know how to get it out there, and I didn't know how to get it out there. Do you know what I mean? So, but no, I've been streaming on and off for years, but now it's I'm making a proper go of it,
Yeah, good for you, man. Right, there you go.
That's it.
I don't want to go. I'm gonna miss that PointyChin,
mate. I'm still gonna be around tomorrow unless fate has got other plans. You never know.
Yeah, man.
You never know.
Well, thank you for listening to us.
Yeah, big love, guys. Big love, mate. People are still. People in my chat are saying they're so happy that we've got you on here. They've loved it, and they love you as a person, mate. People are saying it.
Get some knuckles. You guys are legends, man. You guys are absolute legends.
Best gamer brain so far. Big love, Sarah. Big love.
Oh, geez, that's incredible.
But mate,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
you go. Listen, you go and get some rest because it's like 11:15. I don't know if you're playing Ark or whatever you're doing.
Well, I need to make an attempt of building a house on Ark right now. It's gonna take me 20 minutes or so. Not to build a house, but just to get the foundations laid down. You know, I'm like a proper builder here up in Ark. You know what I mean?
What are you doing? Are you you doing that off stream or are you streaming it?
I'm gonna do it off stream.
Oh right, yeah.
I'm gonna do it off stream, yeah. Because I want to surprise them all when I actually start streaming it with like, what? He's got a castle. He's even got a gaming room right there. I'm like, huh? It's not under the stairs now.
No, mate. All right.
But big shout out to you guys, man. All
yeah.
of you, and big shout out to Pointy as well. Thanks for having me, dude.
Always, mate. Always. Big love. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. You know, make sure you and the family are all doing well. And like I said, mate, just keep doing good things. You know, keep making the world a better place. And that's it. Just keep doing what you're currently doing. And
keep shining, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, we done that 3.5 hour you wanted.
I told. See, the thing is, mate, once the conversation starts going, it's like you can't stop.
Yeah.
You know. So
I don't really want to go now, but I've kind of got to.
Yeah. But yeah, you know where I am if you need me. You know, you can always just message me or ring me or whatever.
Yeah, I'll send you a dirty photo. I mean, I'll send you a message.
A link to your OnlyFans. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there's only 2 people that's got that. It's expensive as well, by the way.
Is it? Yeah.
You think I go earning 300 grand a month? Yeah, it's 5 million a month. Let
me just look up who's the CEO of OnlyFans. Brett. What? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, imagine that. If I was the secret CEO of OnlyFans.
Jesus.
I got unlimited content forever. I didn't even say that, babe, all right? I just pig-nosed.
Bollocks.
Nah, but right, I'm going to love you and leave you, my man.
Yeah, cool,
You
mate.
enjoy it and tell the squad, man. They're absolutely awesome.
Yeah, will do, mate. Take care. Be safe, and I'll see you soon.
Peace.
All right, mate. I'll cut off there. I'll see you in a bit.
I'll see you on the flip.
All
see
right.
you later, dude.
See you in a bit.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Let me switch over to my. Oh, hang on. Where's my camera gone here? What the fuck? Hang on, guys. Where's my bloody camera gone here? Is it Oh, hang on. Mate, you know what? The camera, I'll tell you what. Let me try this. Big love, Daryl. Thanks for the follow, mate. I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to this. I don't know. Okay, so yeah. I tell you what, it's not letting me use my other camera, guys. I'm actually using my second camera now. It's not letting me use my other camera because the Discord has taken over the rights to it. So, yeah. Anyway,